real quick for something on Geeks and Gamers?
Just a little photo. Can I?
Yeah, I was wondering what the fuck that was. Like, honestly, mine.
I just thought his eyes was normal because he already has kind of a bigger head. But it's like it was Mike's that I noticed was like that doesn't like why.
I was like, why does Ryan look like Nick Rekieta?
Look at this. Hailstorm did that. It wasn't me.
I have no idea.
He made it worse.
Ryan does look like Nick in that photo.
I think Jay looks the best. Jay looks the best. Look at Jay. He looks like a totally different person.
I look even more like Nick Rekieta, honestly.
I look like a Klingon.
You just made my nose as big as Rekieta's and my forehead a little bit bigger. Basically, all that happened.
Well, we are live already. You guys got to hear that. So Krista denying any responsibility whatsoever. Everyone knows it's you, and I don't know why you're blaming Jay Hailstorm.
Blame.
It was Jay Hailstorm. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. I would never.
Under your orders, probably.
I would
under your orders.
It wasn't me.
That's the old bottom shift blame.
So it's Jay Hailstorm. Why are you blaming him, by the way?
I'm not blaming him. It was him. He sent it to me.
Just say it, Chris. That's because he's the devil. Just say it.
Sure, let's go with that.
Jay Hailstorm really is trash, though. Like
he's a bad
always
person.
watching everything we does, clips out every embarrassing moment. He's just a fucking asshole on Mario Kart every time to everybody. Like equal opportunity.
He likes Destiny too. Sorry.
You say this as someone that hasn't played Splatoon with him. Wait until you do that because he is awful. He's the worst.
That fucking flapper.
Oh yeah. Oh,
the
it's so
paintbrush,
bad. It's so bad.
He's smacking you in the face with a salmon.
Welcome to Tuesday night's main event. We are here. Just decided to hit live while we were arguing over the thumbnail, and Krista just, I guess passing the blame off to Jay Hailstorm.
I'm innocent.
So how's everybody doing tonight? We got a lot to talk about. We have a lot going on. We got Ryan from RK Outpost, who just had 7 million views in the last 30 days. Crushing it right now.
Yeah,
crushing it.
Awesome.
How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing good. I'm ready for more celebrities to fucking bitch slap each other. That's for sure. That makes for good content. So yeah, I had the best month I've ever had in April. Put out 94 videos in April on my channel, 88 videos on Sports Wars. So just grinding away. That's what we do. So
nice. Beast. I had someone a fan of the channel, and they were like, "Man, Ryan looks like you did like 3 years ago when you were pumping all those videos." I'm like, I ain't got the energy to do that no more, at least not right now, because I got too much Fortnite to play, to be honest with you. That's really what's taking all of my time up right now. But we got young Rippa, who shares my frustration of tanks in Fortnite. As a long veteran of 2 weeks of Fortnite, just like me, we clearly have the clout to talk about this issue. How you doing, man?
Very true. Yeah, I'm doing good. I just filled out the creator demographics for YouTube, so hopefully I'll get a boost for being black in the algorithm. I'll be tracking that.
Tell that you're trans too.
I did kind of say some
trans black. You'll play your YouTube gaming on easy modes, man.
So hopefully I'll get favorable placement in the algorithm. I'm not counting on it. Certainly not gonna hold my breath at all. I'm pretty sure they got my shit flagged. But no, it's been good. Been very busy, of course. Today, as I already announced, we got officially everything's done with the warehouse bullshit for my company. So I have that, and I'm fucking very excited to start getting supplies and stuff in there so we can hit the ground running once these books start to arrive. And yeah, it's just getting very, very close, and the closer it gets, the fucking busier that I get. But it's a good problem, certainly to have. So I'm just excited, man. Of course, happy to be here on another Tuesday.
Hey, and on that note, everybody's like, "Where's Ripper at?" Well, here you got it. You got some video.
Maybe doing the show a little late, but it's a good problem to have. Finally, it's official. We of course have the warehouse that we'll be using for Rippaverse publishing. Man, things are getting really real, really quick.
Hell yeah, man! Yeah. So happy to see that, man. I know,
congrats,
it's
man.
a lot. It's a lot you got going on, man. But really happy to see that. So good shit. Mike, Epic Mike, who your forehead looks different than the pictures I've seen, but I don't know.
Yeah,
what's
I know.
Going on with that.
So. Doctored photos, I'm trying to trying to, make me look a certain way, try to push a certain narrative. I understand. You have to do what you have to do. They pull the whole OJ on me, darken the skin, make me look like a criminal. Yeah, man. We're out here living our best life.
The old OJ.
It is what it is, man. I don't know what to tell y'all.
It appeals to my sensibilities, so I appreciate when they do those filters.
Yeah, Brian saw the picture. He goes, "That looks exactly like the criminal that I know he is."
Yeah. Like Zoe Kravitz is light skinned enough that you put the right filter on her. I have no problem with her as Batwoman.
Oh man!
Yeah. Kristen tried to pass that shit off like it was a normal thing. She's like,
Catwoman.
This looks just like you. This is fine. I was like, what the fuck's wrong with the forehead? And she's like, what are you talking about? That's so normal. And I wrote on it, like I edited the photo. I was like, big ass forehead. I'm like, I can write big ass forehead on my forehead. Something's, yeah.
Krista, you got something to show, don't you? Do you have it ready?
I do.
Eddie, what do you got? Let's see it. By the way, before that, we got Chris Gore here. He come Lou.
Oh, shit.
He come Lou. All right, Krista, what you got?
Okay, sorry, you're gonna hear a lot of clicking because my microphone is right next to my mouse. But let me share my screen really quick because it's so hard.
I don't know what's about to happen here. She said she had some pictures to show.
Shout out to Demon Slayer. Okay, so here are the lovely photos.
I wouldn't share that porn, Chris.
There's none of it. Look it. There's young Ripa.
What the fuck?
So that's the original versus the.
My damn cheeks so fucking big. Man.
That's what it tells you to get to work on it. And don't smoke crack.
Different, dude.
It's uncanny.
Like it's subtle enough to be extremely disturbing.
Yeah, definitely. As someone's not getting in shape.
It's like he just had some bad shrimp. That's about it.
I look like Will Smith and Hitch. Yeah.
And Hitch.
Yeah.
And then we have here's Mike's.
Gotta put the black people in. Like what? I was like, what the fuck is wrong with the eyes and shit? Like trying to act like that was normal as shit.
It expanded his forehead.
Yeah, and I made the eyes bigger. And look it, when I messaged Mike, he literally said, I sent it to him. I was like, is it okay if I use this for a thumbnail? And then he's like, I have not, and I do not like that forehead. Why do I look like I was like, what? No, you look great.
Oh, wait. I was like, trying to pull the passport.
And then we have Jay's.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What do you have to say about that, Jay?
Beautiful.
So what's funny is that I took a
That's
picture.
beautiful.
It all started when I took a picture between me and Jay. And I sent it to him, and I made his nose like big, and I wanted to see if he noticed. And sure enough, he did. I was like, "Do you like this photo of us?" And he was like,
what the freak?
"What happened to my nose? What?"
All I gotta do is fight it. He just says, "Oh man."
Man, look at my face.
And the best one is Ryan's because he didn't even notice.
He didn't notice. He didn't notice at all.
I sent it to Steph. I was like, how come Ryan doesn't notice what's going on? And here it is right here.
He doesn't care.
Nicholas. Hey, not sure if Steph messaged you, but I'm doing an article. I'm mentioning your channel. I need a photo of you. Is this okay? And then you said, sure. She said a couple over as well. And I said, okay, I'll go ahead with that one. You sure, right? You said, no problem. No problem. So it is no problem.
Like, I'll be real. I didn't even fucking look at it because I have that picture on my Instagram. So I like just register. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's like, okay. So I didn't even fucking look at it. But
How do you not notice that?
I thought you sent me a picture of Nick Ricada. I mean, what can I say?
Oh my gosh. And then I did one of Dan, but Dan also didn't notice. I was like, Dan, I'm using this photo. And you were like, wow, okay.
That's a little more.
That's
subtle.
not that. It's pretty subtle. Yeah.
That's
not
very
bad.
subtle.
I give you the coolest V line ever.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
Widow's peak.
Would you believe me if I told you that I looked at that photo and then I went to the mirror to check my hair looked like that, and I was like, hey, it kind of looks like that, huh? Okay. Well, guess I'm getting old.
Chris is gonna give
Oh
people
my
like
God,
body dysmorphia and shit just from sending them like slightly edited pictures of themselves. Rip is gonna be like, "Fuck, man, I got fat."
Well, no, Krista sent me the picture. Are you not gonna?
Oh yeah,
Because I was like, I'd never even seen the fucking picture she sent,
Here, hang
and I was
on.
like,
You just thought, God, I look ugly in this.
Yeah.
photo. It's my photo. She
Yeah,
made your ears big.
I said, hey, I found
And
this
your
photo of
nose
you.
Oh my God.
You're like so bad. Huh? Nothing. He goes,
It took me a while.
She's like, wait a minute.
Wow.
you look like Waluigi.
Yes.
I forgot about that one.
That's good.
Oh
damn.
man, what the hell? I saw it. I was like, God, I don't really like that picture. And it's like, wait, what the? My nose is fucking massive. So, anyway,
I had
thank
fun
you,
with
Krista, for that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay
thank you.
Hailstorm.
I thought it was Jay Hailstorm.
Yeah, I heard that.
She's like, yeah, totally. It was definitely him.
Oh, he won't say anything. It's fine.
I knew it. That sort of stuff has Chris written all over.
Yes, it does.
Never
Yes, it
fooled me.
does. Yes, it does. Dan Vasc. Hello, Dan Vasc. How are you,
Hey, how are you guys doing? Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite.
buddy? Good man. Good man.
Got my first victory today, like with actual people.
Yeah, you were in that bot live, dude.
He
Dan
started realizing
texted
they
me.
were bots.
Dan texted me and he's like, shows me like his victory. He's like, my first match I won. I'm like, bro, those lobbies. And he goes, don't, and he all caps. He's like, don't take this from me.
But yeah, but yeah. Besides Fortnite, been working a lot, been busy, been working in a lot of exciting collabs. Cannot say much about that, but one of them might involve the current singer of Skid Row. But yeah, that'll be awesome. Also, I'm also talking with this fella right here
Yeah.
about
Hell
doing some
yeah.
stuff together. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, exciting stuff coming our way.
Love it.
Hell
Love
yeah.
to see it. Love to see it. So no, all of our arguing and fighting on Mario Kart doesn't tear us apart. It brings us together. Like, so even as much as we hate each other during that game and life in general, we're still cool afterwards. The Canadian Bear. What's up with that shirt, Canadian Bear? What do you got there? What are you rocking?
someone's.
Is there enough
That was
people
on my
watching
store.
for him to?
Yeah, there's enough
Not
people.
quite. No, we're 40
Uh-oh.
short. We're 40 short of the mark.
My
for-
shirt's
for
on
Jay,
sale.
so.
Oh, okay. I'm just so happy you guys are finally playing freaking Fortnite after 2 years of abuse. And
I've
know,
called you a lot of gamer words off camera for playing that game. I've called you a lot of gamer words. I'm like, man, that game's so happy. The game's so happy. That's what I would say.
Ryan's I think Ryan's greatest cheer was during Fortnite.
It
when we were
was.
playing.
It was. It
That
was.
was
Yeah.
awesome. So,
Yeah, I mean,
but he
like,
won and then he moved on. So like that was Ryan. He won
I
that.
fucking went out on top. John Elway that bitch, right? And I went on to go and ruin a franchise because I can't evaluate talent. But yeah, it is funny that all of a sudden 2 years after the fact, you guys can't stop
It's the
playing.
no
Fortnite.
build.
Jeremy's
It's the no
playing
build.
20
Yeah,
Jeremy's playing it
That's what's been
25
holding me
hours a
back.
fucking day.
Yeah, dude.
Man,
Yeah.
you could have played not building before.
No.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
No,
you
that's
could
new.
have. Jay just no. I mean, Jay just like never fucking built.
Oh yeah,
He's been playing that game for years. He would never build.
Those
that's-
guys will have an advantage.
But that's the thing though, is those kids would build like a fucking tower, you know, like, and I can't compete with that. Like, so I hated this game until no building. I hated it. I despised it. I made fun of people that played it. I judged them, and I still do in a lot of ways, but I'm part of the
Look at
being
Mimble,
judged too, so.
Mimble and Burke in the chat. Jay needs to host the next Fortnite. I want to follow him as team leader. I used to host them for like a year.
He did it. He did it in front of 30 people for like a year on Twitch. You missed your chance.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, but I always supported Jay. I always watched Jay playing that game, and he would shout out my friends.
Yeah,
like,
thanks.
My Chinese
Seymour
friend.
Butt.
Yeah, my Chinese friend, my Ding Dong. Like all sort of fun friends. He was.
This is one of my favorite shit. Dan Vasc just show up in the chat. He's like, "Hey, can you say hi to my friend?"
My aunt's not feeling well. She's Chinese.
I fucking. You guys remember that news report where they got trolled by someone and they got like the name of all these Chinese passengers of some flight that crashed in like Malaysia or whatever. It's like we have the first list of passengers. It's Sum Ting Wong. We Too Low. Just fucking go through like 6 names that are just
See Cum
memes.
Lu.
See Cum Lu. Yeah.
Probably where I heard that from.
Oh goodness. The Hijabi Gamer cat.
Hey.
Hello. How are you?
I'm great. However, is everyone? It's awesome. Ramadan is over.
Okay? You
gonna play
sound
Fortnite?
sad.
No, I'm overjoyed. Ramadan is over, and I got a new chair.
Oh, okay. Rocking.
Nice.
Everything is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Everything is awesome.
Been playing Destiny?
No, actually Warframe, but I'm getting back into Destiny because the hunters are going to kick everybody's butt. I don't care what it looks like right now. We're going to kick all your butts.
Adam
Titans,
Krigler's trying to
Warlocks.
bully me into playing Destiny 2. So.
Well, considering you just picked up another game you've spent 8 years avoiding, I mean, Destiny 2 seems like the next logical step.
To be fair, I bought Destiny on launch day, and I was really excited for it, and I hated it when. Now I know that it's basically a completely different game now. They've added a lot to it. Yeah, the very first Destiny, I bought it on launch day.
I played a lot of that one.
Yeah, I was so hyped for it, but it just felt like bland and empty for and but apparently they did a ton of updates to it and really kind of pulled a lot of people back into it. But
and also they wanted to sell you the extra content as well.
That's it. That's how it goes. We got My Nerdy Home here. Hi, Steph. Gonna be timestamping everything. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing really good. Thank you. Krista was keeping me entertained today, sending me all the photos. We're just laughing our butts off, and we even made like a picture of Jay as Eeyore and Jay as Thomas the Tank. The guys as Teletubbies. So much fun.
Jay's just so easy to meme. It's great.
I fucking bust my ass putting out like fucking 10 videos a day. These motherfuckers are sharing memes of stupid pictures of us.
Of my face on them, apparently.
They
posted the one of me. They posted the one of me at Thomas the Tank. On Twitter.
Yeah, let's pull it up.
Oh.
There's no telling what Krista having control of any of the social media. It's a very, very dangerous thing.
If I was a tank engine in the Thomas and if the Thomas universe, I'd be Gordon. So just saying.
Hey,
Gordon's a good one. Yeah.
I said on Park Hoppin', what kind of ride is this?
This is a tweet from an account you muted. You muted my account. You muted Drunk Bruno. I can't believe you muted my account.
Where?
Krista, you blew the trick.
Oh yeah.
I know many people from Geeks and Gamers has my account muted. It's okay.
No, Krista's done messed the whole joke up we had worked out now.
Yeah,
she's always doing this stuff, and now she's done messed it up. That was a whole thing that we were working up to mess
Truth is,
with
I don't blame anyone.
No, it's a whole thing, and she shared her screen and now messed it up. So good one on that one, Krista.
Muted my account.
Damn it! Now we're gonna get him so worked up later too, but it still got it. We still kind of did it, but. It was going to be a whole elaborate thing where I was going to say, "Hey, pull up Jay's Twitter account really quick, Krista," and he was going to be muted, but it was going to be at around the time when he was leaving, and now we can't do that because it's all about the 1900, which we're up to 22,000 people now. So Jay will be here for a little while. So
too late for that.
Oh well, that one backfired on us. Anyway, we do have Krista who gets her introduction there, and I did have to highlight this one from Jake the Movie Geek. I'm expecting to get a peaceful conversation out of this question for streaming. Do you prefer binge model or not? That's obviously from Friday Night Tights. I think we'll discuss that a little bit more this Friday. I think that'll be an interesting topic.
I mean, that's a different question than the one we argued about, to be fair.
Well, we argued it 3 different ways, actually. So, like, it started out with
model, yeah.
Yeah, it started out with me saying I personally prefer it this way, and then it turned into, well, but it helps the businesses, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about the businesses. Why the fuck do I care what Netflix pushes bullshit? I don't care what they get out of it. I care what I get out of it. And then it turned into, well, but it's better for business and all this stuff. So, but I do have information that was given to me that I could have used to help my argument, even though I didn't have that information at the time. But we'll talk about that Friday. This is Tuesday night's main event. So our first topic, obviously the thing that has taken the world over by storm, at least the Twitter world, because Elon Musk literally bought the left wing's existence. He bought their entire existence, and it has created a meltdown that I don't know if it's hyperbole to say that it's like 2016 level, like, is this meltdown 2016 level with how they're acting and how they're crying and their hit pieces and their mischaracterizations of Elon Musk and the names they're labeling him now and how they're trying to, spin everything he's doing? Do you guys think that this matches 2016's meltdown?
I think it's different. It's absolutely different because 2016 is preparing for, like, you had this entire lead up. You had an entire campaign of everything that was happening that eventually culminated in something that for months and months and years they were telling us would never happen. Trump got in office. This is different than that because Elon Musk, until very recently, has been like, no problem. He's a guy, he's very active for climate change, donates to the ACLU, all this stuff. One of these guys, he thought, well, maybe he's not necessarily on our side, but he's kind of an ally. That's shifted so quickly for him. But they've definitely tried to put him on that level in terms of he will have the effect that Trump had, which is why we need to prevent him from getting this.
Yeah, I mean, if you just see like how the media is treating it and how like it's the same exact template. It's the same exact kind of template for everything they're labeling him now. Is he is kind of their new Trump, which they've had their new Trump a few times now. But this one has like staying power. You know what I mean? Like this is going to have staying power. Go ahead, Rip. I want your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I mean, I think what it does, and like, to be fair, it did happen with Trump in 2016. What's kind of intriguing about it all is just how it shows just how amplified or accelerated, I think is the more proper term, things are. Like, you can see certain people have a particular way that the public views them, right? And then that could change in just a quick second. That could certainly change. And he goes as this guy that, not saying like the left heralded him as this uber awesome guy, but because of his position on like climate change and what he's done with Tesla, he was seeing it in a generally positive light. And then just one move in this direction and his position on one thing regarding, I guess, the flow of information on the internet made that guy a villain. And it made him a villain quick. And all of those accomplishments that he had before meant nothing. So I think there's something to learn from that. If anything, is it just goes to show how quick people's positions and opinions can just be changed. And I think it's something that, to me, is people should pay more attention to and don't get so doom and gloomer, because you see, just as quick as shit gets bad, it could get good, because public opinion sways so fucking swiftly. Definitely when you're dealing with blue-haired fucking weirdos on the internet.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that. It was so fast, right?
Yeah.
And the news got far, because here in Brazil we have like mainstream news media outlets posting tutorials on how to delete your Twitter account. So this is how far it got. Just like when Trump won, we had news media outlets talking shit about Trump. Here we have the same thing with Elon Musk. That's pretty interesting.
They need a villain. They need the boogeyman. They have to have a boogeyman. They have to have someone that they can point to go, this is the reason that, everything is bad. And this is the reason why you're a victim in life. And this is the reason why you need to support us so we can help make your life better, because it's so terrible and it's so awful right now. That's and again, they've tried so many times they tried to put it on Joe Rogan. They try to put it on Tucker Carlson. They try to put it on various different people, but it's not going to stick with any of those guys. Elon Musk, it's going to stick. It's going to stick because now he owns Twitter. And now he's even calling out like mainstream outlets. He's calling out the Hunter Biden laptop story. He's calling out Epstein. He's calling out all of this stuff. And then unlike all these other people where they'll post pictures, you know, of this person with Epstein or whatever, Elon like addressed it. He's like, yeah, it was a Vanity Fair party. The real question is, why is she invited to a Vanity Fair party? And I'm like, holy shit, no one else would do that. No one else that's linked in this situation would address it head on like that. And then ask the real question involved as to, yeah, why was she invited to a Vanity Fair party? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? And that's what's really got the staying power of Elon Musk right now, because he is driving them crazy. And I love it. I love the meltdown going on right now.
Well, I think that with what Dan said too, like how quickly these mainstream media outlets had here's how to get rid of Twitter, because it's gaslighting at its finest. They're like, oh well, you obviously you don't want to stay on Twitter, you don't want to be there, nobody wants to stay on this place, and then people are, you know, and people try to use that as justification. Like I saw some guy talking about it. He goes, you know, they're posting articles on NBC of how to get rid of your Twitter. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean shit. Like they lie to you all the fucking time. You know, and once again, the story used to be, if you don't like Twitter, you don't like how they do things, they're a private company, go somewhere else, start your own platform, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then as soon as somebody was like, cool, well, guess what? I just bought your fucking private company because I have the money to do it. They're like, he is a fascist. He doesn't want the world to be able to. He wants right-wing extremists out in the streets. He wants them killing people. If you're black, you're in danger. If you're a woman, your life is ruined because you can't post on Twitter what you want to post. And he's like, nah, I want everybody to post whatever they want on Twitter. They're like, that's not what he really meant. What he really means is he wants right-wingers to say what they want to say on Twitter. It's like, but like he did change you posting shit on Twitter. You're talking shit about him on Twitter right now. And they're like, well, I'm going to leave Twitter, so be sure to check out this tweet to go check out where I'm going to be off Twitter. But I'm not going to get rid of my Twitter. I'll probably just deactivate it and come back later. Like, fuck you. And then, it's like, you know, come on, man.
That's the thing I don't understand about this whole thing. You hear all these people going on about how this is horrible for minorities. Freedom of speech is horrible for minorities. Excuse me, that's the only reason I can do something like quote the Quran. I mean, I remember a certain event that happened 20 years ago, so I know what it's like to, because I'm a minority, the freedom of speech makes it possible for me to say things people didn't want to hear. They didn't want to hear the Quran or anything about Muslims at that time, but freedom of speech protected me. So all this, oh my God, it's horrible for minorities. What are you talking about? It's great for minorities.
Yeah, the smallest minority in the world is the individual. Nobody who denies individual rights can call himself a defender of minorities. That is by Mrs. Ayn Rand.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's very true. It's nothing to get any more truer than that. But like it is. I think it grows further than obviously with just him being a boogeyman. It's just the fact that the level of influence seems to be out of their hands, because you know you look at the fact that it's so obvious, right? These past few years, especially how they ramped up their kind of moderation policy. And yeah, it was obviously slanted in terms of who it impacted, right? And who would be the people that would get knocked off Twitter, who would be either censored in some sort of way. You have a post, they put something there that it was misleading. It seemed to only impact people that weren't deranged fucking leftists for the most part, especially like when you take in consideration how impactful that story may be, whether it be what happened with COVID, whether it be with the Hunter Biden deal. And now, you know, they used to tell us, hey, you don't like it, Twitter's a private company, get the fuck out. And now, you know, it actually is going back into private hands to the point to where it's not even public in terms of its trading. And they're fucking terrified of that idea. And they're trying to gaslight everybody as if this is the worst possible thing that could happen for various groups because reasons, when all it is that, well, if he goes through with what his views are, people are going to be able to speak more freely than what they had been previously. I don't think it'll go completely unmoderated in the event that he follows through, but essentially stuff like we dealt with the COVID stuff won't be a thing. But that's all about narrative control for them, and it became, like various other social media websites, an extension of the authoritarian left, and them, like, for the first time really in a while, it's swinging the other way, where something that they controlled they don't have access to anymore, and that just terrifies them. They're so scared of that shit.
Yeah, they're terrified of other people having the ability to have the same freedoms as they have, is to speak their minds and say whatever's on their minds. And when you see people that are scared of that, then you know that they got a lot to hide. And I'm loving it. The meltdown to me is just beautiful. It's glorious. It's everything I could want. And it brings a bigger question of, do we actually believe things are actually shifting slightly to kind of move away from that leftist nonsense that's dominated the entertainment industry and culture as a whole? Do we think that this is the first signs of that? Is this a realistic belief that this could be the beginning of a shift with what's going on with Disney, Netflix, everything going on like that? Like, do we think that that's actually happening, or is that just, are we just being way too hopeful?
It's a good start for sure. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, we're scoring some big wins. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean it's already changed. It's already done. We've won, guys. Just we're good to go. No, but there's been some pretty big, I don't know how much they're wins for us, but they're big losses for the progressive extreme left. Like, absolutely. When you look at the reaction that people have finally had with the pushbacks to the mandates, whether it be mask or jab or whatever, and how many people that awakened, when you look at what's going on with Disney, when you look at the grooming of children, the fact that Disney was involved in that got so many people's more eyes on it. When they wouldn't believe you if you told them that there's people at Disney that are actively trying to program your children. They probably just thought, it's just inclusive. It's diversity. That's what everyone's doing now. No, you listen to those people talk. You listen to those leaked Zoom calls and you realize that it's insidious and they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. All of these things have, I think, really changed the way a lot of people in the middle are looking at what's been going on in the country the past decade and a half.
Yeah, I mean, that Disney stuff to me was, I think that was a big wake up call for a lot of normie parents that don't really pay attention to the meat and potatoes of what's actually going on, and they just kind of hear it from afar. But when they actually heard it and saw it, and then it was finally someone like the mainstream, like Fox News, decided to 2.5 fucking years later start deciding to report on it. Even though we have people like us talking about it for years, suddenly Fox decided, oh, hey, we need to talk about this. Yeah, you should have been talking about this a lot sooner. But whatever, neither here nor there, I guess. But it's definitely opened up a lot of eyes. But you, as an everyday hardworking parent that's just trying to build a better life for your family, when you see those Zoom calls, how can that not have a profound impact on you, to see like the people that you have actually been so adamant about kind of wrapping your entire family around in their childhood? How could that not bother you? You know what I mean? Like, that was some messed up stuff. By the way, whose computer audio is picking
That's
up?
me, man. I'm trying to fix that.
Okay. No words. I just like, I keep coming up. So I'm like, who's that?
Ripper keeps clicking on a folder and there's nothing there. That's what it sounds like.
I was ready to blame Jay, just by default. But in terms of the Disney aspect of it, like, Jay, you were talking to us about Disney's numbers, about the theme park side of things specifically, because you run a channel called Park Hopping for Geeks and Gamers. Shockingly enough, we actually have to go to those parks, even though people really have a problem that we go to parks so we can report on the truth instead of having all these fake theme parks report on the myth that's going on out there. But that's what we're here to do. But Jay, what is going on with those parks right now? What's the latest numbers?
Well, I know I put in the private chat if someone wants to pull it up, but the Universal setting records over there as far as like how much money's coming in and the things that they're doing, and you see the Disney stock that is just falling. What's interesting is just like this tweet here. If you scroll down just a little bit, you see people still crying, like the company refused to speak out against it. And so it's like they say all that, but you can go back up, but like people are just like, well, that park didn't say anything, so stop going. But they didn't say anything. You can see that their revenue is way up. That they said
that's the reason I go.
Yeah, that's the exact reason why they don't need to say anything. They don't need to get involved, and that's why, like me, you separate the fact that Geeks and Gamers covers theme parks. Take that away from it. Take that aspect away from it. Me, just as a fan of theme parks, I have no desire to go to Disney right now. And I used to love Walt Disney World. I have no desire to go there. And I was always more of a Disney World person than a Universal Studios person, but I like both places. I've been to Universal multiple times now because I feel like when I go to Universal as just a theme park fan, like I'm getting to go experience it and I don't have to worry about their bullshit. It's not to say that they don't have wokeness here and there. Like I don't see anything about the company, but yeah.
The thing with the theme parks in Orlando is that no matter which one you want to go to, they give money to all political parties. They've always done that. It's been something that they've done for years. They grease palms. It's just how it is. The crazy thing that's coming out of the Disney side is that there's a lot of employees that are just they quietly whisper to people like me, like, please keep talking because we hate what they're doing, but we really like our job. So it's like there's like a lot of employees that are just like, please, if you can get Disney to shut up and just focus on what they're supposed to focus on, just make some good rides or whatever. But there's a lot of, like what I'm saying is like there's a lot of good employees in there that hate everything that they're doing and standing for. But it's like they work there. And for whatever reason, they enjoy their section of their job, so they don't want to Disney to go to this political realm. But it's costing them because we're seeing they lost. I think the number Ryan gave earlier was 68 million.
$63 billion.
Yeah.
Since March, since when all this started kicking off with the parental rights and education bill, which then resulted in backlash from the LGBT community, where Bob Chapek then bent over and gaped himself so they could do whatever they wanted to him. Then ultimately to Ron DeSantis taking away all the benefits that they had. Now they're being treated exactly like everyone else. Disney's lost $63 billion in market capital since going full woke in Florida. And you can see over the past year, their stock is down 40%. 40% over the past year, which does make it, I believe, the worst performing stock in the Dow Jones over that time period. And if you just want to look at this past month, it's down 20%. You had all these people screaming, well, DeSantis, what he's doing is actually going to be good for Disney. It's going to be bad for Florida. Well, it certainly hasn't been reflective of that in the stock price. No one thinks that it's going to be a good thing for Disney. And the fact that you can kind of put that number on it, it's pretty meaningful. So
that is crazy.
And then Disney went and one of their chief executive officers, communications officer, is that his name? He's seeking other options, is what they said, after working there for only 3 months. But he's the guy that put together the slogan for
Greg Morrill is he was
Morrill.
Chief of communications, but what he basically did was work between different entities, including the local governments for Disney. He was behind the response to the "Don't Say Gay" bill. That was him. He was very much involved in that. 3 months after being hired, mysteriously he's looking for another job. Do you want to know who they replaced him with? It happens to be the woman who was in charge of the Biden administration's education policy for the vaccine. That was behind the propaganda for getting the jab out there. That's who they replaced. A Hillary Clinton campaign person, an Obama White House person, and a Biden White House person. That's who's working at Disney.
I'm just saying, if that stock dips under 100, the board might just do a clean sweep.
Yeah,
I
mean, I'm hoping that it happens. By the way, I have to point this out.
A clean sweep.
Jay will know who I'm talking about. My new best friend Matt W is here. So Matt was roasting me last night during a Fortnite stream, and I just went back. I just trashed him. I just went off on him, and then he just came back and trolled me with that image. Now we're best friends. So what's up, Matt? Matt's a good person, so I love Matt. But yeah, back to the Disney thing. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, I just think, with Disney, with Twitter, with all of this stuff, a lot of people, a lot of us that have stuff going on behind the scenes and are, trying to affect the culture and trying to do our own thing because now we have that opportunity. It was kind of looking like I used an analogy for somebody else the other day, like a Dark Souls boss, like death by 1,000 cuts. Like, fuck, get in there, get the hits in where you can, and just keep doing your thing, keep staying the course. And then I think a lot of these companies and stuff were banking on the fact that people like Elon Musk were just going to keep doing their own thing, not making waves, because a lot of people in the industry, like Jay said, don't want to lose their jobs, don't want to lose their positions of power, don't want to do that. So they don't say things. They just let things keep going. And then some of these people had enough and were like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to do something about this. Ron DeSantis, there's a lot of politicians that don't want to do anything and don't want to step in, don't want to say anything. Look how many, people in the GOP turned on fucking Trump as soon as he, seemed like he wasn't the guy anymore, But, now all of a sudden you're seeing people kind of wake up, and it was kind of like Elon moved a massive boulder for people, because now people on Twitter are getting exposure that they didn't get before. They're able to talk more than they did before. So it's like kind of watching somebody jump in and help you out that you didn't expect to help out. So it does it moves, it takes a lot of ground that we would have probably earned over time, but would have been a lot harder on our own to do. Rarely do you see somebody with any real influence or really any actual pull do anything, because they know making waves could hurt them. So they actually kind of like put Ron DeSantis put a target on his back. I mean, he's got a target on him now. They're going to come after him. They're going to do everything they can in their power to get him out of office. They're going to do everything they can to badmouth him, trash his reputation, trash his career, stop him from, potentially run for president in the future and all that stuff. Look how many times Trump has been prosecuted and they've been trying to get him in court and get him for something, because they're like, fuck, if we get him for anything, we can win, we can stop him, but they can't. But, so I think it's interesting, the position it puts us in. But then, we've also been talking on the other side of eventually the money has to come into play. Maybe down the road you can say, oh, it's okay, we'll lose a little bit of money, but we'll gain it back. But like $63 billion, a lot of fucking money. At some point, you're going to have to look your shareholders in the eye, and they're going to go, what the fuck are you doing? And they have to answer for that. And what answer are you going to give? Well, it's just really important to get rid of this don't say gay bill. Like, that's your, what is your argument? So I just think it puts us in a much better spot. Obviously the fight isn't over, and Josiah said this last week, don't stop. Don't get complacent just because we've got some ground. But I think it definitely puts us a lot farther ahead than anybody expected it to in such a short amount of time. So,
well, I think the short-term impact on this is that I think Chapek will be out and potentially the next 6 to 8 months. And I think Iger returns as the hero, which I think was part of the plan the whole time for Iger is a politician. He is a politician, a masterful politician. So I think that, because if we remember, he stepped down kind of right before the whole shutdown happened, conveniently. So
surprisingly, it was sudden.
It was very sudden. So I do think that, so Chapek, I think, will be out, and Iger comes back in to try to repair the damage done. Will that be something that they are able to recover from? Absolutely, they can. But man, I think you've done some significant harm to the Disney company with what's going on.
The last thing is, as far as the theme parks go, they've been having like serious issues. So the prediction is it's going to be a 3-year pop, that people have been stuck at home, pandemic, saving money, and then they're going to Disney for their vacation here in Florida, because that's where everybody goes. They did an incredible job in marketing for the past 30 plus years. Even like whoever won the Super Bowl, that MVP, like
I'm going to Disney World.
Like, I'm going to Disney World. So everyone, so like they've done incredible marketing. But the exit polls that are coming out of the theme park is people are like, yeah, I saved up 2 years to come here, but I'm not going to come back. It was like the one of the theme park tourists did an exit poll of 1,000 people leaving Disney parks, and it was an 80% of people saying, yeah, I brought my family here, but I don't think I'm coming back. I'm going to try something else. It's just things weren't working. We just did multiple videos on the Park Hopping channel about how they closed down rides for 6 months to, fix them up. And the first day that they opened them, they broke down and people had to be evacuated off the ride. It's like, this is what it's like. It's turning into a carnival, not so much theme parks. And people are just like, why am I paying all this money to go here? And nothing works. I can't do anything. So it's and they don't offer anything extra, on top of it. One of my favorite tweets from Ripa was that he responded like a few months ago when when Universal didn't respond to the Florida bill, and some lady was like, "I want a refund on all my, on my annual pass." And Universal responds, "Sorry, you don't get a." Offer and Eric Young River responds, "No refunds, LOL." And like,
they went full Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders special, man. Bernie special, man.
Yeah, they're like, no refunds. Eric's like, no refunds, LOL. So, but and they don't. That's how they're doing business, and it seems to be working at Universal. They're not talking their politics. They're just putting stuff together, and they're trying, and they know what's coming. This is the big killer right here. The Super Nintendo world is coming. The Epic Universe here in Orlando is coming. It's supposed to be one of the biggest operations here in Orlando with Super Nintendo. The full Super Nintendo world is supposed to be here with the Donkey Kong add-on, Classic Monsters Rise. They're even like rumored Lord of the Rings stuff, Harry Potter Hotel. Like they have been watching. The people that we know inside Universal, like they've been watching the downfall of Disney with the Star Cruiser and everything, and they're like, all right, we're not going to do what they're doing. We're going to do, we're going to make it better. And that could be one of the biggest game changers as far as theme park rivalry goes.
But again, the theme park stuff, and what people need to understand is the theme park stuff is massively important to what Disney
it powers
does.
Everything.
It does. Like, it's the engine. Like, and again, a lot of people and a lot of these fucking leftists out there, have the same mindset, but it's just like a lot of people in general think that Disney World is like, Six Flags or something like that. It's not. It's literally its own city. That's how big it is. It's its own city. They have their own interstate. They have their own police department, their own fire department. They did.
Yeah. I think an interesting question that we could ask ourselves is that, do you guys think the people in charge of Disney even care about profits at this point, or they're so immersed in their ideology that they see themselves as some kind of financial martyrs for the message?
It's a balance. Right, it's a balance because the creatives, they don't give a fuck if something makes money.
The creatives literally, and this is why I always tell people stop focusing on like that external shit. Like people bring up ESG and all that, and I'm like, no. Anybody that's worked with a mega corporate entity knows that, or a massive business, that there can often be a disconnect between the creatives and the like say the executives, right? And you generally have liaisons that are in the middle that try to funnel the information back and forth. In the middle, Disney, as well as other companies, they legitimately have people feeding them bad information. And I know it may seem silly for us because we're like to think of ourselves as the rational people. But yes, there are folks within these companies that actually believe that this hyperemphasis of social justice is going to make them fucking money in the long run. That's the reason that they're fucking doing it. I know it sounds stupid because you're like, well, why the fuck? No, there's no way. Trust me, they actually believe that shit. They actually legitimately believe it. And yeah, they're getting hurt because it's simply not true. And you can get away with that stuff temporarily, but it never was going to be a sustainable policy for any of these companies to hammer it home on social justice for really anything. Some people can get away with it more than others, but for a long-term like business project, that's not the route to go. Disney was one of the bigger companies that went all in, and then they drew the line in the sand with the whole children thing, so it was the double whammy. And now they're feeling the brunt of the consequences because of it. But it certainly isn't over with. Yeah, we may just be fucking getting started considering the direction that they're going in. But yeah, I think you have the folks that are the creatives that they hire, these people with neon colored fucking hair, coming fresh out of fucking college with their fake ass degrees that work for these companies. They actually believe that this is the direction to go. And they themselves are not in it for the money, of course. They're in it for the ideology. But the folks that as you get closer to the top, I think they actually do care about their bottom line. So yeah, they may take a couple L's. And this is why I say if they pivot, I say still definitely with a company like Disney, who the fuck cares? If they pivot, which is probably going to end up happening, they're going to come out and be like, all right, well, fuck, that shit didn't work. Hey, we're Disney of old again. I say, fuck them. Let them fucking get ran all the way into the fucking ground.
Well, and it's even a little more complex than that, because the people at the top that do care about making money because their compensation is directly tied to the company making money, that's the level you have to get to when you're talking about people that are worried about the bottom line, right? A guy like sweeping the floor doesn't give a fuck about how much company the money's making, because it doesn't affect his minimum
All the
wage
creatives,
job, right?
they're all commissioned. They don't care.
Exactly.
It does.
But when you have the people that are in charge of making these decisions, once you have that infiltration, once you allow one fucking group, the diversity council, to form, that you think, oh, whatever, give them their little thing, and all of a sudden they start bringing things up to management. Hey, why aren't there enough trans people here? Why isn't there enough this? Why isn't there enough that? If you start to say no to that, you do come at risk of getting canceled, of getting people turned against you, of having reports filed against you, all the shit that comes with it in the corporate world. So now you have these people who do care to some extent about making money, but they feel kind of handcuffed. Like, if I say no to this, I'll be labeled this.
In the corner, because again, it goes back to the fact that they thought that this was something that was going to be a long-term fix. And this is the funniest thing about Disney, because I know Disney depends on, in some cases, I don't think they thought this part through, that they depend on the international market for a lot of what they're doing. As we see that a lot of the international market does not give a fuck about this social justice shit, particularly the Chinese, which is the biggest international market upon which they make a lot of their money from, when you're dealing with like the movies and all that. So this extra gay shit, as just a primary example of it all, that doesn't sit well with that crowd. So you depend on the international market to try to recoup the fees that you're going to lose with like a lot of the American market. And then you can't even get your movies fucking. How many movies have we out? A lot of them recently haven't even been able to be filmed. Released in their theaters, released in the theaters in China. That's unprecedented, right? They didn't think this shit through, so they catered to a mob of fucking weirdos while trying to, I think, say, all right, well, we'll make the money elsewhere, but you're not gonna make that fucking money elsewhere, because America,
China's a massive market.
Like these countries ain't as fucking progressive as America is on this issue that you're all in on.
Well, no, but the Turning Red movie was released today. Did anybody know it came out in physical copy? Because I can tell you, we got like nothing of that physical movie in my store, and like I think one order, maybe 2 orders came in for that movie. However, I'll just say this: I am the bottom of the bottom in my big mega corporation where I work, and I think about profit all the time, because I know that once the store and the company start losing money, they're going to start cutting people. Our hours are based on revenue. You know, we get more hours for employees if the store pulls in more money. So yeah, I get it. I'm all the way at the bottom, but profit matters, or
well, if you're a rational person, it matters. But when you're irrational, and like, with the company that I'm sure you work for, it also has a diversity, inclusivity, and equity program that is there. There's a bunch of fake people with fake jobs doing fake shit. And again, they're all in on this idea because I honestly think it's the rise of social media. I think people tricked themselves into believing that fucking Twitter and stuff like that was real life. And they overestimated how big, or more so how small that demographic of, they may be loud, they post a lot, they get a lot of retweets, but they're very unreliable customers. And as we've talked about before on this, on the show, they don't have much capital anyway. Like, for a company like Disney to basically say, hey, families, go fuck yourself, it's unbelievable, because that's not only the people with money, that's the people that your company depends on. And you just told them to go fuck themselves. Of course you're going to hurt in some aspects. So these folks that may retweet their work, at screech and scream, like, Batwoman's goes out of, it gets canceled. And now you got all these screechers with all these retweets going fucking ape shit. But where were they when they were were they watching the show? Probably fucking not. It's just like, okay, it co-signs my ideology, and therefore this is something that I should feel like I'm going to support. But they're a very inconsistent base, and these companies that went all in on them are just they're fucked. They're fucked. A lot of them are going to pivot. I did a video a segment the other day. I think the one that got released yesterday, saying that you should not allow these companies to fucking forget this shit. Specifically the ones that drew their line in the sand like Disney. Don't let them forget, because at some point it's going to be too much to bear, and they're going to have to answer the shareholders. They're going to have to, at some point, pivot, and then they're going to finally
do that, and then I hope that folks don't just say, "Oh, well, hey, welcome back, Disney." Like, fuck them, let them fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well,
the interesting thing about social media as well, it's not only that like Twitter users are the minority of the minority of the world. They don't represent the what people think, basically. But also the interesting phenomenon about social media is that it made very easy and practical to show discontent about anything, about like, it's not the same posting a tweet at a company telling that they suck. It's not the same as going there and with fucking, protesting and
Yeah.
that sort of shit. But most companies see as the same. So they see a tweet with 100 likes. They see it as if there were 100 people at their doors with forks and torches. And that's where the majority of the actions of those companies come from. That fear of that imaginary crowd, that imaginary mob.
Yeah.
Well, and we've seen, in entertainment, like, and the perspective of, if you look at the market for like Christian movies and Christian companies and religious stuff, that there's a message that they want to push and an idea. Well, it's kind of the same. It's starting to become the same thing. There's a message, an idea, an ideology that they want to push, and they believe that market was a lot bigger than it actually was. They were convinced that this is the right thing to do. That, trust me, it'll pay dividends down the road for you and stuff like that. But the fact is that piece of the pie is actually really, really small. When somebody tweets at Disney and they get 1,000 retweets or even 10,000 retweets, that is not a very big group of that is not representative of a ton of people like you think that it should be, or that you think that it might be. And because you have some people that are in high enough positions in your company now, like Ryan said, that are saying, hey, no, this is real. These are what people think. This is what this represents. That one tweet represents all of these people. It's your responsibility to do this and stuff. But what the problem is, there is money in that market, but not enough to sustain anything you're doing. There is a cap on that market, just like there's a cap in the Christian market. They make a lot of money on those shitty films, but they're bad films. They're not, it's nothing good. I mean, they're not good quality or anything, but they know that there's a cap to that market. They know that who they're appealing to. They know the audience. And I think these companies convince themselves, and some of these higher ups were convinced, that market is a lot bigger than you guys think it is. And it's long-term down the road. And it's not, it never was. It's just that the people that aren't on Twitter, that aren't posting these tweets and stuff, don't give a fuck about anything on Twitter, don't care about that, and aren't looking at Twitter to get their information. And once they actually started getting information about what was really going on behind the scenes, they immediately rejected it. They're like, oh, fuck no, I ain't dealing with that. But and they were like shocked, like, oh, well, but I thought that mattered to you. I thought that was important to you. Most Americans don't give a shit about that stuff. I think it's like they're surprised by it. And it's the same with China. China's literally going the opposite direction that you are when it comes to their policies on their movies, on the way that they want their country to be run and everything. And they have all the influence in the world, in their world, to say, no, we're not going to let that happen. No, you don't get to push that. No, you don't get to have gay characters in your movie. No, you don't get to, portray that character in that movie. hey, hell, get rid of that in that movie. Get rid of this, get rid of that. And they were like, yeah, we'll count. And then eventually they're like, yeah, but if we keep doing that, then we're not. The message isn't getting through. They're not going to see what we're trying to do. And now the Chinese people are like, I don't give a fuck, dude. We don't even watch that many of your movies now. Like, the numbers, it's not even that big. Like, there's a lot. It is a huge market, but Chinese people rather go see their own movies and support their own companies, not American companies coming over here telling them what they should feel about stuff. So, well,
I mean, is it confirmed that Doctor Strange is not going to open in China, or is it still? Are we waiting to find that out?
I believe it's official. I don't know if China's actually come out and said that, but all the reports, not just from like our sites that we usually follow, but even Deadline and all these places, they're reporting it's not coming out. It has to do with, I believe,
the Epoch Times.
The Epoch Times is just like in a glimpse of a spot in there. But if it wasn't that, I think it'd probably be something else. Disney has not, or Marvel has not had a movie open up there since, I believe, Endgame.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, this is unprecedented in how many of those movies haven't been released.
Yeah, and it's always for something like for Spider-Man No Way Home, they're like, you need to remove the Statue of Liberty. And they're like, no. I mean, that was like a huge set piece in an entire battle sequence. So that never would have happened anyway. But yeah, China doesn't want to have anything to do with it. And look, stop fucking pandering to these people. How many times do we have to say that? Stop cucking to China. Right? Stop trying to engineer all your shit to China just to make a buck off them when they'll shut you off in a heartbeat. And a lot of other people are going to be pissed off when you do this stuff continuously.
Well, it just shows they don't believe it.
They're fucked.
Well, someone just said, I know in the Middle East that it's not being shown in the Middle East.
In a lot of countries like Saudi Arabia and Qatar and a couple others, it's not being shown for gay shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't Disney trying to reach out to the Middle East? Didn't they say like you're bringing Disney Plus to like Egypt?
Disney's expanding in 10 different anti-gay countries in the Middle East. Yes. So this is what they've done. They have painted themselves into a rainbow-colored corner. Right? That's how I've been phrasing. That's what they've done. Because guess what? Christina Pushaw, Ron DeSantis's press secretary or PR person, said the other day, pointed out correctly, the Bahamas are anti-gay. You can't get married there. It's illegal, all this stuff. Yet Disney owns an island in the Bahamas for their cruise line. You know, Disney doesn't believe any of this shit. They've been pretending like they do for quite some time, but now their feet are getting held to the fire by the people that they've been saying they're allied with. So they're getting it from both sides. They're getting spit roasted by everybody that doesn't want this shit in there, and then all the people who that's all that they want in there.
That's where they fucked up. So they can't reverse. Well, they can, but when they reverse, there's going to be a backlash from the people that they have fucking tried to pander to. So they're fucked either way that it goes, and that's why it's so lovely to watch, because this was completely unavoidable. When Bob Chapek got his little round head ass on that fucking Reimagine Tomorrow shit, and he's sitting there with it sounded like he was had a gun to the back of his head. He's apologizing to this mob, talking about, oh, I haven't been a good ally. I'm like, you fucking loser, man. And anything that happens out of this, all of you idiots deserve what you're gonna get. I mean, when we saw those videos coming out, all these folks bragging about all sorts of gay shit that they're putting in there, not so gay agendas and all this, like they told on themselves. It's now public information. It's not one of those things where we have to try to guess what their actual intention is. We know specifically what direction it is that they're going, and they simply cannot reverse, because if they can, but if they do, that mob that they pander to will come for them. So they're fucked either way. It was dumb, moronic business decision. And if anybody with a half a brain was there, they would have stopped the shit before it manifests. Because like these folks are like fucking locusts. I still don't understand how you could be in such a position of business and actually think, again, maybe it's just social media, that these folks were going to be a large enough group to carry you in to victory. Either the folks that you're specifically trying to pander to, or the folks that I guess consider themselves allies of them. They're screechers. I will give them that. They're very loud people on social media. And if you don't understand and you don't look at those numbers in context, like we can get, for example, you can get on Twitter right now. We have this recent leak that came out regarding the Supreme Court case. I'm seeing posts on the upward of like 149,000 likes. And that's a lot. But then you take a look back and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not even a fucking corner of the damn Metroplex that I fucking stay in the DFW. That's not actually that significant. But if you're always on these websites, you can trick yourself into believing that it's representative of the majority of this like country, or this is the position of the majority of the people. And sometimes it's not to say that information isn't useful. It's just that you got to be able to put it in perspective, and that's what they couldn't do.
Yep.
Nope. Well, and to that point, and I'll let you go, Mike. But to that point, exactly what Rip was saying, and it made me think about this right here. This tweet from Elon Musk right here. This is why we must clear out bots, spams, and scams. Is something actually public opinion, or is it just someone operating 100,000 fake accounts? Right now, you can't tell. And algorithms must be open source with any human intervention clearly identified. Then trust will be deserved. Motherfucking boom, right there, because that's what
if he exposes the algorithm.
Oh my gosh,
a lot of people are going fucking down, man. And
yes,
I hope he does. I don't know if he will.
if you know everything goes right and there's a sort of this transfer of ownership, and he actually not changes the algorithm and then it's open source. I want to know what the fuck it's been and what it's looked like for the last a few years, and that is just going to be so telling.
They're cleaning the house for now. I think that I don't know if that will happen, because it seems that they're preparing for his arrival. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All those shadow ban accounts coming back to life all of a sudden. That is not the new management. That's the old management trying to cover ass. I think I would love to see that happening too, Ripa, but I don't know. I'm not very optimistic regarding that.
But he's so right, because I mean, I can't tell you, like, as someone that's intertwined in this world as much as I am, you know, I do look at Twitter sometimes and I'm like, man, all those likes and all those retweets, and it's like initially you see it and you're like, God damn, it's a lot, but then you think about it, wait a minute, that can't be legitimately representing what's going on, because in the real world, I don't see people like this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it does get inside your mind, and that's just speaking of someone like me or Ripper, all of us who are intertwined in this.
Yeah, we got to kind of take a step back sometimes and realize, wait a minute, this isn't real. Like, it's not. No, there's no way this could be true.
Yeah, but the point is that me and you and people like us, we are intertwined in this world. But you thinking about it from a regular user standpoint that has a day job and they just see shit like, they're like, man, that's got a lot of support.
Right.
Man, there's a lot of people, and they don't think beyond that. And so hopefully that's what's going to happen here, is that Elon Musk is going to be able to really kind of figure this out and expose it, because it's a problem. When you see these tweets that have hundreds of thousands of likes and you see the topic, you're like, holy shit, man, that's got a lot of support. Or from on the counter, that will deter other people from wanting to tweet something negatively about it, because you're like, I don't want to get ratioed or something like that. Like, it's whatever it takes, you know, like, it's all meant to be subliminally putting things in your head to kind of, you know, make you believe that it's something it's not. And it's frustrating.
That has a lot to do with the user base, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just the algorithm. It's also the user base. We know that the user base of Twitter skews young, skews heavily female. God help us all. And also heavily left wing. That's how it's been for a long time. So it's not just about the algorithm. It's also about a user base predominantly, you know, in that space. And the vast majority of tweets over the past several years have been from those types of people who are very left-wing, typically female, and very young, which explains why Twitter's so fucking retarded. But so you have to think about all that when you see these tweets that go off sometimes.
Yeah, 100%. Mike, you had some points to make. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say too, you know, if you look at across social media as a whole, you know, I mean, you know, Twitter doing all their celebrating about, you know, Joe Biden, most voted president in history and all that shit like that. But then when you go like look on YouTube, you can see like consistently his speeches, his State of the Unions and stuff are heavily ratioed. You know, you go on Facebook where there is a larger conservative market of people, and you can see the responses are like primarily negative. So there is definitely a skew. We know that Twitter's skewed to the left. We know that there's echo chambers there. And we know that they, you know, shadow ban and quietly repress like more repressing conservative viewpoints and stuff. So when you look at social media as an entire entity across the board, you can see that there is a response to things. You know, obviously still that's not indicative of the world as a whole, but you can see that there are people, you know, if you know, Joe Biden's so popular, why is he getting ratioed every time he gives a speech? You know, why are most of the comments primarily negative towards him? Why are there all these responses? So there are people that are on these sites that are not agreeing with what's happening and don't agree with the narrative that's being pushed. They just are being drowned out by the louder people because these companies are catering to them and making it seem like they're the majority. You know, MSNBC will, you know, or whatever, all these mainstream media sites will say, yeah, that's not a thing. You know, that's never been a thing. This is the reality that you live in. This is how it really goes. This is how it really works. And anytime anything goes against that narrative and proves that, you know, like Donald Trump becoming president, which was never supposed to happen, never was going to happen in a million years, it happens. And then you find out, oh, guess what? Actually, like people, when they actually step up and like when you see where the chips actually fall, guess what? it's not, the world is not what you make it out to be. It does not look like you think it looks, and I've been telling everybody that it actually looks like, you know. So
Yep. Yeah, well said. Well said.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see how this all plays out. We do have a
We got a
Streamlabs
big super chat. Oh, yeah, we got a
donation.
big Streamlabs from K-Biz.
K-Biz.
K-Biz the man for $500. $500 from K-Biz. There's nothing to say, but love the content. Keep it up. Thank you, K-Biz. K-Biz the man.
K-Biz dropped 1,000 on Streamlabs the other day during Friday Night Tights, but he did it for Friday Night Tights. We also went to the Geeks and Gamers one and dropped 1,000 on that one. I didn't see it at the time until I did the Fortnite stream later that night. But I just, incredible, K-Biz, incredible.
K-Biz gave me my first ever super thanks on my channel. Thank you, K-Biz. I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, because now they have it all. So everybody's channel here has it now, correct? The thanks now.
Yeah, everyone's that's monetized should have
like 2 fucking years, and I didn't get it. Yeah,
yeah. Jay had it. Jay's had it for 2 years.
Yeah,
and guess what?
Guess
what? Jay has connections. Okay, he plays all like, oh, nobody likes me. I'll get nobody. One Geeks and Gamers channel has had the super thanks, and it was fucking Par Coppin. That's the only one up until recently. So it was Drunk 3PO's channel, and Par Coppin had it. That's it.
Fucking
Jay's
bullshit.
got connections.
I had it for a
Great,
long
especially
time, but
when
I
a-
didn't.
Well, when a video sucked, but someone gave $100 super thanks, I was like,
yeah. So if for anybody that doesn't know, like a super thanks is basically you can super chat regular videos now. So if you like the video or if you want to see more of that video, so for instance, if Jay makes a video for Geeks Gamers and it gets 1,900 views, which is kind of the peak for Jay, but also
norm,
like
yeah.
So then you can at least super chat like $50, and then I'll be like, oh well, Jay, your views suck, but at least we made $50, so I'll let you make another video. But you can, for your favorite creator, you can do that now if you have that option.
Yeah, it highlights it in the comment section and stuff too. So
Jeremy's like, email Jay, what's going on with these videos, man? Oh, never mind. You got a
yeah. Pretty much.
We also got Jay Schwalbach for $72.34. Transitioning, gay rights, abortion. This is making my anus hurt. Epic Mike, make it stop. I'd ask Ryan, but he don't give a fuck. Hold me, Ripa. Hold me. Krista explains it all. Make it happen. I don't understand Mario Kart. Love you all. What the fuck?
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Okay.
But he's right about one thing. I probably don't give a fuck. You got that right. Thanks, Jay Schwalbach.
Jay Schwalbach's awesome, but yeah, man. And it's just again the whole wokeness, the whole Disney thing, everything like that. I mean, we do have breaking news on the Doctor Strange front, and I
talked to Chris.
Here it is, breaking news right here. Early reviews called Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness the best Marvel film since Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, there you
go. There you go, man. Like they just keep knocking it out of the park. So the best Marvel film since Spider-Man No Way Home. What an accomplishment by Kevin Feige, Sam Raimi. Incredible job by the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Unbelievable. So that is a troll account, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of people that think that's fucking real.
I know. But that's how like places like this is why like you have places like IGN, you have places like Kotaku, like that's just how they'll hype shit for Marvel. Like breaking the best Marvel movie since the last one, but they won't say it like that. And normies will just read that and go, well, damn, Doctor Strange is amazing. Anyway, what were you gonna say, Ryan?
Chris Gore saw it. He talked to me a little bit about it. He says it's they fucking swing and a miss. Really? That's what he's saying about it. Yeah,
I've
heard a lot of cameos,
heard,
a lot of stuff, but it's not good. It's a mess.
I've heard some people that I follow like on YouTube and stuff, and even some of them that try their best to be complimentary of Marvel, you can hear them struggling to justify this movie. You know what I mean? I do hear it's like visually kind of a mind fuck, which is kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. What I do know is going to make a lot of money opening weekend, at least domestically. Domestically, it will make a lot of money. Yeah, it will make a lot of money.
Yeah, and it's a big character and stuff like that. But I mean, these guys cannot these shills cannot like concede defeat. I mean, fuck, you still got Uche out here trying to defend the fucking Halo show. He's like, well, okay, I know that they need to put his helmet on more, but like it's turning around. It's turning around. Like, no, it's not. Like I said, diarrhea is still diarrhea. It just because it's less splattery doesn't make it better. Like, just stop. And he's still out here defending, and he's not even like getting paid to do this.
Hey, he's a Halo head, all right.
Dan, yeah, his 1v1 versus Ripa, really showed us that. So.
it shook him forever. He's like, this is what Halo's really about.
That came up in my. I watched that entire stream a day ago. Actually, it randomly popped up in my notifications, and I couldn't stop watching.
I did it again now. You wouldn't win. You wouldn't win now.
Which one did you watch? Which point of view?
I watched Ripa's. I think it's on Young Ripa Entertainment.
Yeah, it's on the
entertainment channel. Yeah. And it just like when he starts using the zip lines, like this motherfucker's zipping around.
Yeah, he's fucking using all because he didn't. This motherfucker didn't set up the room properly. I'm the one. I was like, I had it set up and ready to go. He's like, no, I'll be the one to send it. I was like, God damn, Uche, what?
There's just grenades all over. Over
he's got everything on. I didn't even know till the end of the damn fight that the mini map was on. And he fucking still got fucking destroyed.
Yeah, Uche's perspective was funny though. He's like, I'm gonna sit here for a second. I'm gonna get him. Just watch.
Wait. Back up a sec. Someone is defending the Halo series.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
How? That's. I don't care how much better
Uche has recovered from when you kind of pulled your African card on him on that Gaming with Geeks stream like 2 years ago. He recovered from that one. So.
How do you, what's his name from Night's Watch? I think it was either Nathan or Oz. Put it perfectly. Even if you put a few little good details in, it's like putting candy in a turd. You're gonna eat the candy? I put candy in Buster's litter box. You're gonna go in there and eat it? No, I don't care how much it gets better. Even if you were to tell me season 2 is wonderful, you've already soiled and sullied it. And how anyone can defend this trash? This insult to Halo, where they didn't even play the goddamn video game?
Yeah.
Just no words. No words.
Turning around. It's turning around.
Turn around, cuz.
Yeah, turn around, cuz.
It's
better.
Yeah, I can't stomach even watching the second episode of that dog shit. So I won't be watching them. So
it's not a good time.
How bad is it, Mike?
It's fucking terrible. It is it's not a good show by any metric. Like, even if it wasn't Halo, it was just a sci-fi series. It's fucking bad. And every episode, they've literally the joke now, and this is not a joke. Every single episode since episode 2, there's been somebody's ass cheeks in the episode. Somewhere in the background, somebody's fucking naked and their ass is out. I'm not even fucking kidding you. Me and Lethal broke it down. We're pretty sure that what's actually going on is this is a porn parody, and by the last episode, it's just going to be full-on nudity and sex, and that's what they're pushing is a porn parody. We just didn't know it, and if that's the case, they did it right. They did a great job because that's the only excuse is you made a really bad TV show or you spent $90 million on a porn parody, and the latter makes a lot more sense than this bad of a fucking show.
No.
That's because of Game of Thrones. Since Game of Thrones, everything is tits and ass.
Well, they don't even show boobs. It's just ass cheeks. It's just been ass cheeks.
Ass cheeks doesn't even make sense. They're like, oh, it's because he needs to remove the emotion controller from the base of his spine. I'm sorry, but if you have something that's going to control your emotions, wouldn't you put it at the base of the neck? No, it's like the writers
put it on your ass.
I kid you not.
How are we going to do that? They basically went into it wanting to show his ass.
I kid you not.
Doesn't make sense
Master Chief
medically.
has worn his armor for maybe 5% of the whole show so far.
Are you kidding me?
Because his ass controls his emotions.
Yes.
And then now, even when he has the helmet back on now, they show like his digital like face, like they do the Robert Downey Jr. like
they go
Iron
inside
Man
like Iron Man.
Yeah, and they show his face. And it's bad. I mean, I could not have imagined it would be this bad. And then like everybody's like, well, episode 5 is better because there's a lot of action and shit. Then the next episode, I almost fell asleep in the middle of watching it because there was nothing going on. It's fucking terrible, man.
Master Cheeks.
That's what Angry Joe, I believe, is the person that
Shad.
Yeah.
Oh, was what Shad?
I mean, Angry Joe's been bashing it as well. So, I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
and Paramount's been
two people can actually think the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Well, Angry Joe, I think, started it because Angry Joe started it because the Paramount blocked his review.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And
started
I-
claiming
and I-
every review that he did. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
episode 5, they claimed it like 4 times.
They're claiming it. It's called fucking copyright. Like people, people that are like 500 sub channels
they
are getting
wait a minute.
copyright blocked
Did
and
they
shit too.
Blocked
So,
or
mhm.
claimed?
Block. Well, it's a block claim, but it's not a strike, right? It's a
No,
block.
it's not a strike.
Paramount's super fucking aggressive with all that shit. Their fucking AI is.
Oh, they're
There's
terrible.
people that
They're
are
terrible.
like it's unlisted videos that it's happening to, right? It's not like people are putting it out and then because they're negative about it, Paramount blocks it. It's because AI is auto detecting shit, which is a problem in and of itself. But
Yeah.
that's
Well,
that's what's going
think
on there.
I think Angry Joe's frustration is Paramount sent him the first 2 episodes, and he was pretty positive to him. And then all of a sudden they're like, by the way, now like fucking claim. He tried really hard to defend it up until like episode 4, and he's like, this show fucking sucks. Like I can't do it anymore. It's bad. I feel
But what's
bad
interesting is Chad's videos on Night's Watch have clips. He has a small screen, and I've not heard anything about their videos. I prefer
Probably 'cause
watching Night
he's-
Watch.
It's probably because he's used. You can use it if you use it in a different, like a different size clip. You can usually get past the AI, or if you, if you invert the video or something like that. Like there's ways to get around it. But if you're just playing that clip, it's probably going to get hit.
Yeah,
if you don't do it.
different companies are weird. Like Disney almost never claims anything. Like Disney legitimately almost never claims anything unless it's ESPN. ESPN will claim a fucking second of anything. Warner Brothers typically will claim it. They won't block anything, but they will almost automatically release it every time you appeal very quickly. Paramount is aggressive with their blocking on copyright.
You did hear Bungie's coming up against. Apparently, somebody created a fake account and copyright struck Bungie music from Destiny. And Bungie was very pissed because they found out someone managed to make a fake account and pretend to be the company that works for Bungie that copyright strike stuff.
That
So a lot
happens all
of
the
people
time.
like My Name is Bife is a big Destiny YouTuber, had his videos claimed. And it turned out it wasn't Bungie, so they're going on the attack. They're pissed with YouTube for making it so easy to do fake DMC
That happens all
accounts.
the time, and YouTube does nothing, absolutely
So
nothing. to
Bungie's
prevent that
doing
stuff.
trying to do something. They're also suing the people who did it. At least that's what I last heard.
Yeah, I Drunk 3PO will claim anything that's Canadian Bear related. I've been blocked. 4
Yeah.
videos have been blocked by Jay, just Canadian Bear related. So he won't.
Just
He
want
won't
that
let
money.
anybody- So
What about Canadian cats? Can I go with Canadian cats, Jay?
yeah, you can. You can. As a matter of fact, I mean, we did get a new
Canadian
member,
cat.
Jay. Jay, we got a new member.
Ooh, new member.
We got a new member, Jay.
Thanks. Canadian bear. I'm glad you don't play the full clip anymore. Canadian bear. I'm a Canadian bear. We're harmless Canadian bears. I'm a Canadian bear. I'm a Canadian bear. Remember Jeremy's greatest thumbnail before he changed it when he would like put his hand over his hat? Like that was his like
fucking
he's
love
on
it. You're
every
like, bro,
single
this is-
thumbnail.
God.
That's what I feel like right now. Ripper's got one of those too. Ripper's is like, which one was that, Ryan?
Yeah, the one that Jeremy basically made. Someone's like, "Hey, can you make a face that'd be very easy to meme a dildo into?" It's like,
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
Look, wait, are you still on Memology's channel, Banner? Are you still?
I don't fucking know. Probably. Just look.
I mean, he left that for a long time. He left
Nobody
that
in the
up for a
chat
long
likes that
time.
bear anymore. So.
Yeah, I'm still there. Yeah.
You're still on me, really? It's been like a year.
Why would he change it?
Why would he put
It's not even like he has it so you can see it on like on mobile too. You know what I mean? No.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I didn't even know it was still on there.
Is that the boomerang? Is that the boomerang?
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
so, yeah.
Do we
Boomerang
have the
clip.
original boomerang?
Yeah, it's on
Krista?
clips. Yeah.
Get it, Krista. Pull it up.
I thought he used that video of you being pet by that deer girl.
He
Emology
did.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he
He
put
used
that.
to-
That's on a
at
video
the
that
end
has like 30 or 300,000 views.
Yeah. It makes no sense. Why is it even in that video?
It was about the deer girl, I think.
Oh,
I think it was about Dear Girl, yeah. And I
Oh.
know so many people at the time were like, "What the fuck was that at the end?" Holy, like yeah, people were like, "What?"
Yeah, they did it.
It was
they didn't
that
get
was
the fucking meme.
gross.
You gotta get like memology is. Oh god, here we go.
It wasn't then. It was a different one. Look, I got a different shirt on.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
still gotta
that's
play
right.
this one. Here we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
God. Jeez, man. The big thanks. I hate it. Everything that's happening.
Fucking boomerang!
I think I know where that one's from, though. I'll have to find it.
How old is that?
Two,
Probably like
At
our
least-
first month of playing Mario Kart,
at
wasn't
least
it?
2 years.
You look so different.
Yeah, I know. I was much happier before Mario Kart.
Yeah, somebody was like, "Oh, Mike, you're playing Elden Ring. You don't seem as rage as much as Mario Kart." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's because this is a better fucking game. And it screws me less, even though I've died 15 times." Yeah,
Holy shit, man!
It's
That was-
not a fucking conspiracy.
So
it is a
speaking
goddamn conspiracy, Dan.
of,
It's always been a goddamn conspiracy.
Speaking of video games, Krista, do you want to tell everyone what's happening tomorrow night?
Oh yes, so tomorrow night. Sorry, I was looking at the. Tomorrow night we're gonna be playing Among Us on the main channel and on the Twitch side. I'll be hosting on the Twitch side as per usual, and I think Jeremy is doing the YouTube
It's either me or
side.
Ryan. One of us is gonna be hosting on the
Okay.
main channel side.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have Adam Krigler. We're gonna have Dan Vasc. We're gonna have Quarter Black Garrett. It's gonna be a riot.
I don't know how to play that game.
Yeah.
Never played it.
That's
That's-
okay. That's better for me.
Okay, we're gonna explain how everyone plays it and how no one's supposed to talk, and then everyone's just gonna fucking talk anyway, and I'll
Everyone's
be
gonna
pissed
talk.
off the whole time. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
So who all's joining us, Krista? Because I just my internet just froze up for a second, so I didn't hear what you
Oh,
said.
well, so far we have 11 people, and in Among Us you can have up to 15 people. So I did message Lady Ripa, so maybe she might be there. Maybe young Ripa will be there. Who knows? But yeah,
He just laughs.
Who else we got?
yeah, we got Mike. Mike's gonna be there. Disparu's gonna be there. Lethal's gonna be there. Steph's gonna be there. Dan's gonna be there. Quarter Black Garrett, and Adam Krigler.
Krigler?
Yeah, and then you, Ryan, and me.
Yep. So yeah, so it's gonna be fun. So we were gonna do that a few weeks ago, and we actually had to postpone it, but now we're ready to do it, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So hopefully
Yep,
you
yep.
guys are interested in watching that. And,
wait.
and then we'll go from there. Yeah, Ryan looks so thrilled. You fucker, you're not on Mario Kart anymore, okay? So fuck off. All right.
Yeah,
You're
but
good.
like, what if you just replace Mario Kart with something else I don't want to do? It's not really fucking anything. The fuck?
So
you
I
like
think
you like Among Us more than Mario Kart. I think we know that.
Ryan, you own
You
so
can, you
many
can
blue
kill
shirts.
people. You can actually kill people. You can murder them in Among Us. That's
Yeah.
more in line with what you want to do.
Yeah, you can mind fuck people too, which is nice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I do own a lot of blue shirts.
I don't know if it was from this one, but you still.
Oh,
need the
God,
same
It's
this-
face.
not that one. This is a
no,
different
but
one.
this is the one where
This is
Krista,
the egg, right?
No,
No.
this was the one where I lost it, and I still laugh at it every time I
George
see
is here. What's up, George?
How you doing, everybody?
I'm stuck! No! I'm stuck behind this thing!
I think I'm gonna slam my shit.
Let it go. Let it go. You should
Let it go. This is a whole compilation, by the way. This video. Do we want to watch it?
Is that the one that got limited monetization?
Possibly. But
Wonder
we could,
why?
let's go ahead and watch a little bit of this. Actually.
Yeah, you got to see the end.
Oh, hang on. I have to share audio.
You know, this isn't helping to keep the Ryan off Mario Kart movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah! No! Nice. I'll take it. You did that on purpose, Chris.
I'm in fourth place.
Oh my fucking God!
I saw a little bit.
Fuck, man! God fucking damn it! He's fucking Fortnite fucking bitch! No!
Such bullshit.
God damn it! What the fuck? Oh no, God! Fucking damn it!
Yeah, so if you want to go check that out, it's video game rage compilation on Game
Drop a
with
link
Geeks.
in the chat. Drop a link in the chat. Holy fuck.
Um,
I haven't
Starting
seen
to
that
see a
shit in a
pattern
long
here.
time, dude.
I see why
People
you
are
quit
asking
playing
what
Mario
channel
Kart.
that's on. That's on our Clips channel.
no,
Yeah.
Gaming with Geeks.
Oh, that's Gaming with Geeks. Okay, okay.
That took
Sorry,
me
sorry.
forever to edit.
Sorry.
I see why you just walked away from it, Ryan. I get it now, man.
I gotta say, as a smart businessman, the right move is to bring Ryan back to Mario Kart and have him host that shit. Like that's what. Holy shit, that's good.
There's a big. It's a when everyone's on camera is way better because like it's just.
It's
when
not
you're-
just you.
Yeah, when it's just you on camera,
Yes,
just your
I
gameplay and you and nobody else. It's
You
just
have
like
to be-
it's
you
so
have to be
fucking
the-
infuriating.
Yes, I agree completely with that. I agree completely. Holy shit, that was funny. What's up, George? How you doing, buddy?
Nothing. I thought I just was listening in the car, just running over here. All the protesters out at the Supreme Court, and I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know Ryan was there.
Just yelling and screaming. Yeah, you
If
were
I
on
was
with
there, something might actually change.
You were on with Adam today. How'd that go, man?
Well, it went great. It went really great. He's a great host. Great host. Good
He's
man.
a really fucking good host. Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Fun
stuff.
guy.
Good stuff. Yeah. So, and then Brandon, the full streams are on Geeks Gamers Live too. Just saying. Yes. So if you go to geeksgamers.com, you can find all of our channels over there.
We need to add the tabletop one in there.
We do need to add the tabletop to that one. But yeah, so everything is.
That could be workout music. Workout music. You need to get Ryan.
was-
to like, yeah.
I was laughing way too hard at that. It's been a long time since I saw that fucking compilation. That is gold. Holy crap!
There's just so much bullshit that happens in every fucking Mario Kart race. Like, especially in that area between like 4th and 8th. Like, there's just so much bullshit that occurs.
How many pro controllers have you destroyed, Ryan?
A few. I've had to replace a few.
I think I don't think I've broken my pro controller. I used to just use those GameCube
You got the GameCube
ones.
ones, yeah,
The ones that were like
sold for the
30 or
Switch.
$40 that were like you plugged them in. Those are the ones I use because I just beat the fuck out of those things. Remember, actually, I was driving for a while without a joystick. You remember that, Jeremy?
Yes.
Because I won a cup. I won a
you do
cup
that?
without a fucking joystick.
How?
Yeah.
With the keyboard?
How?
No, it's like it was
like-
broken off.
It was a broken, and it was just a little ball. Like it was the ball
Yeah.
that I had to put my thumb on. It was not an actual joystick. But
Yeah.
that's how pathetic these guys are at the game. I could fucking beat them with that. So.
I'm telling you, you need to make a ringtone with Ryan screaming.
That would be good. That would be and sell it. All right. I know Ripa's got to bounce. I know you got some work to do, so you got a hard out right now, man. So what you got going on? So
Yeah, man. Holy
fuck
shit.
you, Dan. No, fuck you, Dan. You can go and work on Fortnite later. No, I'm kidding.
Gonna play Fortnite. Gotta play.
Nah, yeah,
You know,
man.
Rip his ass gonna be on Fortnite about 10 minutes after he leaves here. But,
No. I gotta for sure make a run. I might, maybe later tonight. I don't know, but yeah, I gotta for sure make a run. Just so much shit that I gotta fucking do it.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you, bro.
Fucking this week is
So-
gonna be nuts, but fun time. Certainly, as always, we'll be back fucking next week. I shouldn't have any of these problems. Just today happened to be the fucking day that I got the fucking warehouse shit situated. So yeah, thanks. You know, during the week we do the show, 12 p.m. So come holler at us. We have episode 400 today.
Awesome.
So
Oh, nice.
Insane. Getting up there in episodes.
I would have came and sent you a 99-cent super chat if I would have known that.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so yeah, we'll see you then, of course. And yeah, man, I'll keep you guys updated. We're getting very, very close to releasing this fucking book. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. But yeah, maybe later I'll play a little Fortnite. Who knows? But yeah, let me go get to work.
All right, man. Have a good one, bro.
Yeah, what's up, George?
I was gonna ask you, what do you think about Frank Miller starting his own independent?
I saw that. Is it him and Dan Didio though?
Yeah,
Ronan weird.
Ronan Comics.
Yeah, I don't know about Didio though, man. Like fucking, I don't certainly think as fondly of him as some other people do. But yeah, I guess that'll be interesting. I mean, look, there's more people creating stuff that's detached from Marvel and DC. I guess the more the better. Not everybody's gonna succeed, but the more the better, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. There's, hey, look at that. Did someone say Fortnite? All right, Rip. I have a go, man. I'll talk to you later. I'll hit you
All
up
right,
later.
man. Peace out.
All right, later. All right, Dan.
Peace, man.
Dan will be here whenever his schedule allows. I already told him he's got an open door whenever he wants. Not an open door like Jay would for cats, but like an open door to come to main event whenever he wants. Dan, I, and Tommy Tron will be on Bragging Rights this Monday. So we couldn't get it for this past Monday, but we're going to be doing Bragging Rights this Monday here on Geeks and Gamers. So you guys be on the lookout for that. Dan, what else you got going on?
We are doing it once a month now.
Yep.
Like not necessarily on the first Monday, but once a month we're there. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm so tired. I had so many chores today, so much stuff to do. Wish I could clone myself.
In other words, he played a lot of Fortnite today.
I played only one match and I won that one.
And you just put it down. You're like, oh, I'm done. Just walked away.
Exactly. But yeah, speaking about Fortnite, Epic Games bought Bandcamp, which is super weird because Bandcamp doesn't have anything to do with games. I wonder what they're scheming. But yeah,
they're a fucking massive company though. Like they have their hands in a lot of shit.
Right. So. Yeah, I'm curious about what they're gonna do with it. And yeah, I hope they don't fuck it up. So yeah, go check my Bandcamp, danvas.bandcamp.com. That's band from band and camp from.
And Hokies has already got it right there.
Nice.
Hokies is already on it. So
thank you,
Hokies.
Lossless quality files is the only platform where you can get my music at that level of quality, including the Friday Night Tights theme song. And I'm slowly uploading more stuff there, and it's the best way to support me because it is the platform that takes the smallest cut. When you buy, of course, I appreciate you supporting me when like in whatever platform you want, but Amazon, iTunes, that sort of platform, they take almost half of the cut. Bandcamp only takes 15%. It's pretty fucking awesome, and it's a better service, so everybody wins.
Hell yeah, man. It's always good to have you on, bud.
Yeah, it's always good to be here. Take care, my friends. Bye, chat.
See you, buddy.
Later, buddy. See ya. All right, anybody else good?
I'm good, man.
All right, because we're gonna keep this at about we're gonna keep it like 3 hours tonight again, so it won't be a.
Jeremy's fiending. He's like, damn, I gotta get Fortnite going.
Hey, it's Krista's fault. It's Krista's fault. So.
What?
She's the one that decided to get the Twitch channel back up, and now she's doing such a good job over there. So she's gonna have to do a Twitch stream later tonight over on Geeks and Gamers. So I don't sleep though. That's what I just play video games and occasionally make a video here on the main channel, and then listen to Drunk 3PO complain. That's my life right there. That's
pretty
all
good.
It is.
Hey, Drunk.
Make Ryan do all the work.
Jay, I think I found you a Russian bear costume. You know. I'm gonna send it to you. You're gonna like it.
Ruski.
You can be the.
He's trying to look so positive about it. Like, yeah.
He's trying to look. He's like, yeah, okay. All I know, George, that sounds.
Oh man, it was absolutely amazing.
I always love Jeremy's look back. That's I don't even look at Jay in that anymore.
I was so disappointed.
I just look at Jeremy just like.
Yeah, well, it's because I threw it to Ryan. Ryan's like, oh, yeah, you just the thing. And I go like, hey, Jay, what do you think? Oh, man, it was absolutely amazing. And I'm sitting there going, I got to say something right now. Like, I don't even have time to think. Watch it one more time.
Oh, man, it was absolutely amazing.
Listen, man, Ryan said everything. Like he just came in, was like Big Daddy, boom, doom, 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 secret sauce, whatever, the whole thing. And it's just like, all right, Jay, you say something. I'm like, I had a good time.
We were there for like 3 hours shooting guns, but I said everything in my.
You said everything they wanted. You said everything they wanted people to say, like about. I don't know the names of those guns, man. They were putting stuff in my hands. I don't even know what it was. So it was like
the best part.
They're like handing me stuff and like, you know how to use this.
The best part.
Like,
best part
Ryan,
was. So I would always go first. I always wanted to go first. So I would shoot, and then I hit the target. Like I think the first time it was like 3 out of 4, 3 out of 5. Then Ryan goes up. Ryan hits it like 3 or 4 out of 5. And then I'm standing there with Jay as Ryan goes. And when Ryan got the third one, Jay's just like, oh, man. He's like, I don't want to go up there and miss. It was
I
so
missed
good.
too. I only think I hit it once. So
nah, I think that first round you got 2. I think you got 2 that first round. So
it got worse as the day went on.
Oh man, good stuff indeed. All right, so yeah, we're gonna start running through some super chats right now. So I'll start. We got Blake for 5. It says it was my 21st birthday yesterday. Well, happy birthday, Blake.
You said that's so weird. It's 21st.
24th. Yeah, 24th birthday yesterday.
24th birthday.
24th birthday.
24th
birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah. 24th birthday.
Fourth or first?
Fourth.
Fourth.
Yeah, 21st.
It's no worse than what Ryan says, Skyrim. So we'll take
Skyrim.
So, waiting for the Orville, $5. Thank you so much. Ryan Dunson, CFE for $20. What an interesting day so far. Looking forward to a great and entertaining show. Obviously, I know, I think we've gotten a couple super chats as mentioned it. You got the Supreme Court thing out there. I know a lot of celebrities are going to react to that. I know a lot of people are going to be melting down over it. I'm in it for the memes at this point. I like seeing the left meltdown. I like seeing these activists cry and whine on social media. I don't think the topic itself is necessarily a topic for the Geeks and Gamers channel per se, unless we see entertainment companies getting involved in it. And we have covered that topic in the past when it was directly related to Disney trying to take a woke stance on it. But in terms of the topic itself, that is, to me, that's in my lifetime, that's the most divisive political topic of my lifetime. It just always has been. And so I obviously I'll be watching that from afar. I just don't know if it's necessarily a conversation.
Ryan had the best meme out of all that on Twitter.
Oh, the woman one? Yeah. It's like,
the
guy
was trying to push a button. Yeah, it was that's the one. So
yeah,
that was
pull
really
it up
good.
real quick. That'll be our statement.
Yeah, that'll be our statement.
Yeah,
I think that's the best part of
statement.
it. I think that's the best part of it right there. This one. Yeah,
that's it.
Men can't have an opinion on abortion. Men can have babies. You gotta fucking choose one, guys. You gotta choose one. We're sitting here. They're praising Leah Thomas for just destroying actual real women. Yet all of a sudden, only people with uteruses can have an opinion on this. Okay.
That's the best part of it. And, and I saw and again, to be fair, the person is a supporter of us. So I they came and respectfully disagreed with me, but I didn't have a take on it. I simply was just making a joke. I think it was the one where I said, hey, if anyone's upset about the Supreme Court decisions, just build your own Supreme Court. you know, and some guy was like, I respectfully disagree. I think women should. And I was like, respectfully disagree with what? I didn't say anything. I'm just memeing them. That's all I'm doing is memeing these people. Obviously I have my own opinions on that stuff. But I'm in it for the memes. I'm in it like for what Elon Musk is in it for. I'm in it for the memes. I'm in it for the tears, and I'm in it to point out the hypocrisy of the left, because that's what this is all about for me right now.
At the end of the day, all this is doing is it's giving power back to the states to make their decisions, like virtually everything else should be per the United States Constitution. And we saw over the past couple of years, we have seen people moving out of states because they thought another place gave them more freedom, healthcare wise. You know what I mean? Like, that's legitimately something that's happened. We've seen people leaving places like New York, leaving places like California because of what they consider to be very unfair and totalitarian requirements for medical procedures. So, you know what? That might be something that happens in the near future too. And the idea that people are melting down over the repealing of this, it's because most people don't actually know what it means.
Yes, yeah. I mean, that's spot on. I mean, the whole Roe v. Wade thing is literally about states' rights. It has nothing to do with. They've just wrapped it up with abortion. We need to get back to being about states' rights.
My only regret is that I didn't thank Elon Musk for the Supreme Court decision, and I wish I would have done that on Twitter. So I might still do that, just because at this point, thanking Elon Musk for everything good that happens in the world, that's kind of that's the meme I'm doing right now.
He's
all right,
the hero we deserve.
He is. Mary Nicholson for $10. Hail, Geeks Gamers in chat. I've been considering writing my own collection of fables for my future kids because there's too much bad stuff. Already have some ideas, but what lessons would y'all suggest? Oh man, that's a big question right there, Mary. I mean, it's you have to instill
just write. That's my suggestion. Just do it.
Yeah.
Don't wait for it to be perfect. Don't wait for you to get everything in line. Just start writing. It's never going to be perfect. You're never going to have a good process. Just start writing and learn as you go.
And a lot of that is advice that we've given people for like their YouTube channels and stuff. They're like, hey guys, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I need to get X, Y, and Z. No, you don't. If you're on a phone, you got all the equipment you need. Start it, and the rest will come in time. But with writing and stuff, I mean, you know, you can start over if you don't like what you have. You can just, you know, you can reassess things after you get further into it. So just starting out in terms of the lessons, that's a lesson that's stuff that you have to instill based on what your beliefs are. But happy to hear that, Mary, for sure. Lane from Canada, $20. After years of searching, I found a unicorn, not a metaphor. I tracked, trapped, and trained a magical white horse with a spiral ivory horn on its head. Still haven't found a positive comment on the Rings of Power trailer. Dude, there's not one. There's not any. There's really not. There's not a positive comment.
But the fan base is completely divided on this. It's Star Wars all over again. Just shut down the toxic fans, which is all of them apparently, and we'll be fine. You know,
these people are nuts. And we did get Eric sent a $50 super sticker. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. You guys have been great tonight. Greatly appreciate all of you. Even Ryan appreciates you.
Over on Rumble, DeBrewed that do for $20.
I saw that. Yeah.
Damn, I'm late. Just got home from working over. Here's some Rumble money from my overtime wages. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you.
DeBrew that do.
Hell
Appreciate
yeah,
it, man. Thank you for the people watching over on Rumble and over on Odyssey from Radicalized Ryan and Deadpool. Appreciate you guys.
Yep. Hell yeah, that is awesome. Zanaximus, Chris for $5. Krista is innocent. Hashtag believe all Kikas.
Hashtag I'm innocent.
That is not true at all. I was going to show you guys the clips of her carrying people in Fortnite. That was going to be our intro, but I decided not to do that. But it's pretty damn funny, especially when she got that kill and Rip was like, "Good shit, Krista," and all she does is picks the person up and runs around with it. Like, what are you
throw them in a lake trying to drown them, and she's like, "Oh, that didn't work."
Yeah, think of how fucking disturbing that is, actually. Like, you were trying to drown that person and they just floated and climbed right out.
Yeah, the frustration is her. She's like, "Oh, just picked him back up and threw him somewhere else."
It's kind of deranged how she does that. Like, it's kind of,
it's a power move. You know, it's a power move to kill someone, and like while they still have a teammate alive, just carry them around, like with the knowledge that they'll now be able to witness their teammate getting killed as their life ends.
I'll show people what we're talking about. Just I won't play the whole thing. All right.
Krista is so good; she can carry her team and other.
Yeah, you are
trying to
trash.
argue with me. How dare you?
You freaking
You
have
get
to
one
jump
of
with
these
everything.
then.
And I
All right. Let's. Right.
I'm bringing you to the top. Come on.
But I am gonna finish this up.
We're gonna have a dinner together.
Who are you talking to, Crystal?
I killed
Fuck, bro. It's like
That's
serial
psychotic.
killer shit. Throw in the
That's like-
corner. We're gonna have dinner together.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
No, you're here somewhere.
Krista.
What the fuck, Krista? It's pretty disrespectful. It's pretty disrespectful. Like
That's
that's
worse
like
than just shooting them. Yeah,
it really is. It's
Come here,
really
we're gonna
like
have dinner together. Get in the corner. Unbreaded.
I hate when they do that to me.
Apparently, I heard that you could throw them off a cliff when they die, so I haven't.
Yeah,
tried that yet.
far enough to get fall
on that.
damage. Yeah,
I will say because you guys are all like, oh man, you guys play Fortnite. Blah, 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 blah. Lethal Lightning downed Miles Morales on the ship and then picked him up and threw him off to kill him. So
That's the most lethal shit I've ever heard. Yeah.
that's what Lethal does. He sees Miles Morales, he knocks him, and then he picks him and throws him off the ship.
That's also what it's been like on Warzone with fucking Snoop Dogg. See Snoop Dogg skins, he'll just chase him down. He'll run off by himself, go after a whole team to kill Snoop Dogg. So.
Oh man, it's good stuff. Let's see. Tacky has become a member. That's 2 members, Jay. That's 2 members, Jay.
Stop fucking
He stopped clapping. He stopped clapping.
Canadian bear.
He went.
Oh, man.
I was cheering the member. One night I got like 40 plus members for that dumb crap. George too.
Chef Nick Nero, Jeremy, Ryan pumps out like 10 videos a day. He deserves a raise. Fuck Ryan. Ryan doesn't deserve shit. All right. He's just he makes the same fucking video over and over again. That's all he does. He's just like me from 2 years ago.
Yeah, same. Sometimes I put the same video on this channel and on my channel. Just
Between
slightly
you and
different.
Josiah, that's what you got.
So a different backdrop.
Well, different backdrop, and I talk about it in a little different way, but it's like the same news.
I want you, Ryan, to make a video on this channel as Josiah. Like, make the whole video as Josiah. Like that, and let's just see how it does. Let's just see how it does. And he clickbait it like Josiah. I just make up the most.
Just make it up. Gal Gadot's gone from the DCU or whatever. Like all the comments on that video are like, I literally can't find this news anywhere else on the internet.
Josiah's awesome. George.
Not for
Jay?
me.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd
Who
be
else
for
did
anybody
you want-
else.
Yeah.
Rawr.
Oh my god. That was terrible.
That
Jay.
$50 worth.
That was
You don't have to
terrible.
be weird about it. Wow.
That was terrible.
The whole thing is weird, Mike.
I want to
The whole thing is weird. The whole thing is weird. Freaking bear costume. I'm running around. I've never even been to Canada. All right, I'm coughing here. It is what it is.
Why are you so phlegmy all the time?
You just
I don't know, man.
Why you got
He
so
needs
much
a
mucus?
humidifier.
I think it's like I just ate a Big Mac, like off the.
What is that? What?
McDonald's
I ate a
is
Big
suing
Mac.
now.
I'm dying over here. Okay.
What the hell does that mean? You ate a Big Mac and you cough.
What is that at the?
It's got like sauce. It's got that sauce, man. That sauce is in there.
What's the excuse? Well, what's the excuse here?
I was freaking drunk out of my mind.
So we're gonna be eating at what are we eating, Shay?
Right at 24.
Oh, isn't that?
Why'd you pause it there? So we're gonna be eating at where are we eating, Shay?
Right at 24-hour ramen noodle place. So I had water. 24-hour ramen noodles.
Look how he's like,
my
so
voice.
I have
I'm
water.
gonna do a review on my channel, but we're gonna do it on Crystals. It's called Smoky.
No.
I had a lot to drink that night, man.
Shaku ramen.
The ending
So I
is
have to share
so
with
funny
you.
too. Go to the end part.
For God's sake, please stop playing my clips.
Oh yeah, since
right
we're
here.
quarter
Oh,
black.
yeah,
The
quarter black.
Ryan, the
Hey,
Ryan
this is
clip is funny.
this is where I became a big fan of quarter black.
You
Garrett.
can play my part on this. I don't care.
Deep throat it.
You did it in front of me.
All right, let's see. Right here,
Oh
Ryan.
no. Ryan, what are you gonna get?
It's so tiny.
What are you gonna be getting?
It's extra gross.
What are you gonna be getting?
What am I gonna be? I don't know. I come to this ramen place.
I have to beat that out
It's a
now.
bunch of shit that I don't even understand what it is. Oh, you have to beat me. Why are you even talking to me if you're trying to not have swear words on your channel? But anyway, I don't know what I'm getting. All this stuff I don't understand. Looks like a bunch of animation, to be honest with you. I asked if there's burgers here. They said no. I asked if there's pizza here. They said no. Asked if there's chicken tenders here. They said no. I'm supposed to eat.
I like how like Ryan's having a completely different conversation, and then Crystal tries to interrupt him, and he looks
He got
so
so mad.
mad. Why?
What are you gonna be getting?
He was laughing at me.
What the fuck you say to me?
I was having a fucking conversation. I got interrupted. Clearly,
Look at the guy in the back. He's mad too.
You want me to
he's
get to
wearing
the
a
end,
mask like a
Krista?
bitch.
You want me
Oh.
to get to the end, Krista?
No, like more towards the end. No. You're no other way. What are you doing?
Out here?
Other way. Yeah, more back. More back. There.
You-
It's like when we're
you mean more
outside.
forward? You mean?
Sorry.
Okay. All right, right here.
Yeah.
What's that on the ground there? Is that what is that?
That's how I know.
I was freaking wasted that night. People just kept handing me drinks. They're like, "It's drunk 3PO. Hey, have this." And then I look at Krista. She knows I'm plastered, and I'm like, "Hey, let me go live on my channel. Like that'll be great." So, oh my gosh, it was crazy. Didn't even know it was. She was following me around with my camera the whole time.
It was alright.
And then we go eat ramen. I don't even know what I had that night. I really had no
You had
idea.
the same thing as me.
I didn't eat no Goku chicken or something. Whatever you had, I didn't have no Dragon Ball balls. Like whatever.
No,
you
you
ate.
did eat one, but you're the only one who finished their ramen that night. Everyone else, like Jeremy, only ate the chicken.
No, I'm pretty sure Ryan finished his food.
No,
He never leaves
Ryan?
food.
I
Didn't
don't even know what I ate. I don't even know what I ordered. It was some shit that I did. I'm gonna say the same thing I just said. It was some shit I didn't understand. I didn't know what the fuck I was ordering. It was in Japanese or something, and I got it, and I was like, "Wow, this tastes like fucking broth." That's all it tasted like. If I can describe a taste for it, it was broth.
It was the miso.
What was that in the parking lot that I was looking at? What was that?
It was
It was a can. It was just like a can, like a Coke can, and you're like making a big deal. What is that? Like it's like no one's ever seen a can.
How was that a big deal? I
parking
just
lot.
said, "What is that?" And I was drinking water.
What is that?
I found a
What is
dead
that? What's going
armadillo
on?
in the street yesterday. Dead
I
armadillo in
I don't even
Florida.
remember that, to be honest with you.
If you guys are interested in more content like that, you're going to get a lot of that in a
Yeah.
few weeks because we are going to be in Orlando. We've got some plans for everything we're going to be doing in Orlando. We got a lot of, there's going to be so much content we're going to be able to produce. And we've got a lot of ideas. We're actually going to do something with Krista where we're going to blindfold her and have her try different chicky nuggies or either chicken sandwiches. And she has to guess where they're from and she has to rate them, but she won't know what establishment. It's going to be great. We're going to have so much fun with that. We may even do that with me and Ryan where we have to try pizza but not know where it's from. You
Yeah,
know,
we can do
and then
that.
guess it, something like that. Like
That'd
I think
be
that would be
easy.
that'd be awesome. So, so you know, there's all types of really ideas that we've have. So if you guys like that, there's gonna be a lot of that. Looking forward to it. Zenaximus on Streamlabs for $25. For tonight's news stories, Spaceman expresses a horrifying interest in free speech. Also, farm tools are suddenly rising up in anger over a leaky faucet. Finally, many new salt mines have been popping up all over, the most seen since 2016. More at 11. That's right. The salt on social media has been something to be behold, and I've been loving every second of it. Jack Hudson for $2 super sticker. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate that. Jake the Movie Geek with the question about streaming or binge model. Quick answer, just a personal preference. What does everybody like on the panel? Streaming or do you like the weekly model or the binge model?
Binge.
For shows.
Binge.
Binge.
100%.
Binge.
No. I do like weekly because it gets you excited for the next episode. It's kind of like when you were a kid and you used to like grow up watching like cartoons and it's like on the next time on Dragon Ball Z and it's like ooh, you know. So I like that build up. But yes, I understand today it's all about the binge. But once you're done with the binging, you're sad because you're like, dang, I have nothing else to watch. I'm bored again. So I like the build up personally. Yeah.
I like binging. I prefer to just get it all out the way. It also encourages serialized storytelling versus episodic storytelling. I'm a fan of serialized over episodic, but you know.
I look at Steph. What are you at it?
I like
You got one?
weekly.
Okay. So the women disagree with the majority opinion here. Ryan, how do you feel about that?
Well, I said binge. I'm fine with them disagreeing.
I know. I said the majority opinion is what I said. They had disagreed with the majority opinion.
What did Hijabi Gamer say?
I said binge, but I tend to play more video games than watching stuff because I'd rather play video games than watch stuff.
Would you rather watch all of the Halo series at one time, or would you rather watch it week to week?
I would rather
You have to watch it.
then watch it. I don't think I can say that on stream, but yeah. Definitely. You can't pay me enough to watch that.
I'm not getting paid
maybe,
at all
maybe 10 million.
I'm not getting paid at all to
$10
watch
million?
Yeah.
That's what it would take for you to watch it? $10 million.
All right.
You're telling me
hang on.
Cheap.
Hang
I have
on.
a full-time
George,
job, Ryan. I work
All right, George,
40 hours a week.
George, drop the super chat. Drop a $10 million super chat. So we can get her to watch it.
I got a full-time job here. I got priorities.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ryan. You would do it for a fucking $1 million. There's no
All right,
question
$1
about
million.
it.
Okay, fine. $1 million.
right.
I'll do it for $1 million.
Well, and I mean, honestly, you could go down there. You'll do it for 100,000 too.
Okay, damn it. Yes, okay.
This
fine.
is how. This is how dudes sit around talking about you'd suck a dick for 10 million. You're like, no, motherfucker, I wouldn't. Yeah, you would. You do it for 5 million. You're like, no, the fuck, I wouldn't. And then somebody comes in, like one of your boys are like, bro, I'd do it for $1 million. I ain't gonna lie. You're like, no, you.
I'm I'd probably do it for 40,000.
And once you get somebody to commit to like an extraordinary, ridiculous amount of number, then you just know there is a price, right? And then you just have to start negotiating.
I ain't paid, but $20 is $20. So.
Wait, Ryan, you didn't detail one key thing. You said, would I watch it? But I don't need the volume on. So I could put it on one screen and play Destiny on the other screen. And I technically am watching.
The volume on to see Master Chief.
She put some thought into it.
I mean, Camelot is in the chat.
Oh, what up, Camelot?
She said he'd do it for 27.
All right.
What's up, Camelot? Oh man, that was good.
I actually was just as a quick thing with the binge and weekly. I was talking to Josiah. If I have to do weekly, I actually like it personally when they drop like the first 2 or 3 episodes of a show. So you kind of know like right off the bat this is the pacing of it, because anybody can write one good episode of television. Fucking Ryan Johnson has the best episode of Breaking fucking Bad. Look what he did with Star Wars. But I like it when they drop like the first 3 episodes, set the tone for the series, and you go, okay, cool. I can look forward to weekly because I know only 6 episodes now left or something. So
I like the binge model. For content though, I like the weekly model, but I just don't have the patience anymore. I like binging it all.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, I think DVR is kind of really what affected weekly for me. When the DVR aspect of it, because when I was younger, when a show came on, if you didn't watch the show when it aired, you didn't see the show. So it created a moment where everybody was on that same page. And then DVR happened, And slowly it got to the point where like, okay, I haven't watched it yet. I'm watching it tomorrow because I had to work or whatever. And that started to affect that kind of, the water cooler talk aspect of it a little bit. And then obviously you move into more of the streaming stuff. And so I do understand the build up and the anticipation aspect of it. But I kind of just view right now, I view the binge as a long version of a movie with better storytelling and better character development because you have more time to kind of flesh those out.
Yeah.
So it's like a 10-hour movie and it gives you the opportunity to kind of develop.
What did you used to call? What it used to be called?
What the?
I love this guy. It took me a second as I was like screening over. I was like, that is Big Mike. God damn.
Jeremy can't answer.
I mean,
Jeremy's like, well, I've already taken 12 inches one time. I don't know if it'd be better the other way.
Oh my God, that was a good one though. Big Mike is awesome. Big Mike, by the way, Big Mike is someone that was banned from the chat and then reemerged. So shout out to Big Mike.
Are you saying Big Mike transitioned into not being banned anymore?
Yeah. All right. What were you gonna say, George? You were saying something?
No. I was gonna say when we were watching before, and it was on weekly years ago before DVR. What was it called? Like programmed? It was like date TV. It was like there was an expression for it.
It was when people like put a random thing in a VCR and recorded that channel.
No, I'm talking
I
about.
don't fucking know.
There was this thing for where everybody like programmed their life around whatever shows they were going to watch that week, like the whole family. You know what I mean?
Like NBC's Thursday night lineup. For a while, like that was the night, right? You had like Seinfeld, and NBC traditionally put all their biggest shows on Thursdays. For a long time. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I think that business model is
TiVo.
Now, so.
Do you think it's going the way of the Dota though? You think binging?
George,
is
you talking about TiVo?
No, it's not TiVo. I'll look it up. There's a term for it.
Yeah, I know it.
I don't think binging is out. I think that these companies learn that they could, get more subscribers and get longer term subscribers if they release stuff weekly. But just like anything, I mean, yeah, you can do that. But if you don't make quality shit, people are still not going to stick around. Yeah. So it depends on how you want to jangle the keys, for a lot of
They realize that the binge model, with so many options right now and so many people getting used to purging subscriptions, they're realizing that, okay, I mean, we have all of this stuff, but if we only have, 2 or 3 big shows, someone can just subscribe for a month and watch fucking everything. And then,
I mean, the whole thing, and I'll go ahead and say this is a point that I failed to make because I honestly didn't know that this was a point, but it obviously helps my point that, I know Gary at one point said there's never going to be anything that will build up over 7 or 8 seasons like Game of Thrones and have this, and end on a high note in terms of viewership and all of that under the binge model. That's just not the case. And I wasn't aware of this because I stopped watching this show about third season in. Orange is the New Black ends on a high. Final season sees highest demand level for series. Now, I remember Orange is the New Black being like big time in season 3 and 4. Massive. Well, the numbers in season 7 were 73% higher than season 3. And that's a binge model. Now, you even look deeper in it, and this is an independent research. So this isn't Netflix numbers. This is just like social media and stuff like this. So social media numbers through the roof as the season builds. Why? Because it was quality, because the people liked it, and the demand never went away over 7 seasons.
I will also say, I mean, Orange is the New Black launched in what, 2012, 2013? When was the first season?
2013.
Netflix had like 30 million subscribers then.
Yeah.
How many?
Like 30 million. I don't know exact numbers.
But is that the one about the lesbians? The Orange is the New Black? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, that's
Netflix subscribers by year.
I will say, I really enjoyed the first, I think, 2 or 3 seasons of Orange is the New Black. I checked out after that, but clearly the audience didn't. And another show that I was a big fan of until one particular decision, but that was House of Cards. House of Cards, until the first 5 seasons, fantastic returning audience, maintained the cultural relevance until, of course, they fired Kevin Spacey, and then it went down in flames. But you maintained all of that. So my entire argument is, if you make quality shit, people are going to come back to it. The problem is, in my opinion, Netflix has shot themselves in the foot by pushing so much woke bullshit. You got cuties, you got your Obama, your deal with the Obamas, you've got your dear white people, you got all this shit you're pushing out there. And Disney and Amazon are now coming in, and they have a different business model for the streaming service, and they're taking your customers away because you're pushing so many people away. So I guess we'll just see how it all plays out.
It's appointment television. One of the people pointed out that was right. It's appointment television.
Yeah.
So
that is an accurate comment right there. So thank you. Sons of Anarchy is perfect.
Yeah, so just to be clear too, there, because it's more than just this plus this equals that. Netflix had 35 million subscribers in 2013. They have 220 million subscribers now.
And losing them.
Now I'm sure popular shows like Orange and the New Black increased subscribers, but it also, there was such a drastic increase that a show that started off and got hot, it does kind of make sense that it would have such a good hold for viewers, as it's now being delivered to 220 million households as opposed to 35 million households.
Aren't they starting to delete shows now, right? Because the backfire.
They canceled a bunch of shows.
Yeah, Meghan Markle and some of the and I think one of the Obama's shows.
Well, Netflix is in danger of really losing a lot, and I think, in my opinion, it has zero to do with the binge model and everything to do with the quality of stuff they're putting out, because Netflix has proven you can build and dominate the entire entertainment industry off of the binge model, because they've done it. They literally did it with the binge model for over a decade. They've done it. Or around a decade, I guess.
But that was based on them having this extraordinary fucking catalog, right? Of not new shit. The reason that so many people were there is because they just continue to get this backlog of shit that people cared about from a variety of different companies. And did their original stuff pull big numbers? Yeah, for sure. But the reason that people stayed subscribed for so long was because of all of their other shit. They have now lost a lot of that other shit. And now it's so much original content.
Competition, right, Ryan? There wasn't much competition.
They didn't. I mean, they had The Office. They have all the Marvels, the Punisher and Daredevil and all that's gone. So now they have to create original content. But the problem is they went woke. I mean, it's the classic go woke.
That was part of, but they also, so one of the things Netflix did when they started realizing, when Disney, announced that they were doing their own thing, and I mean, Amazon's been doing their own thing for a while, but Amazon up until recently wasn't buying up all these massive properties and stuff. They were pretty strict. Netflix was buying everything. They were just giving people money, left hand over fist. If you were a writer or you had any kind of ideas for new shows, they were just fuck it, just get in here and talk about it, and we'll do it. And I think that they were just trying to do quantity over quality, hoping that they could shore up the walls. Numbers. And now they're realizing, the shitty stuff doesn't keep people.
You have to tell me this. Now, I think The Mandalorian is a much better show if it's binged, just on the quality. Weekly, that show moves so fucking slow. And I'm just talking about the first season, that show moves so slow and nothing happens hardly at all in each episode. So I because I watched it weekly when it came out. But if I'm watching
sit down
that
for 6 hours and watch,
again, but I think it flows together, and at least there's things that happen within that story. And if it's binged, I think it helps the quality of that show. But does anybody else feel that way? Because I think the week to week was painful.
Well, Mandalorian season 1, you could tell they were spinning their wheels for a lot of it. The first episode, I remember being really excited. And I was like, it's half an hour long, and they did really nothing. So there was that feels like it was shot as a longer move, a whole thing to be binged, and then they broke it up into weekly episodes, because you could tell that they learned in season 2, because those episodes were a lot fucking longer.
Well, Altered Carbon that they made, the first season was brilliant, but it felt awesome. It felt like you had to watch it episode after episode. It wasn't something that I don't think that you could break up week over week.
Yeah, it definitely depends on how they decide to create the content, how they decide to shoot it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that overall you're gonna have, it requires better quality to have a binge-worthy show. It requires better and more cohesive serialized writing to have a binge-worthy show with 9 episodes versus a show where you can break it up weekly. But Chris has said this actually, and she's talked about this before. One of the things that's breaking that model is anime, because they release weekly and they still put out some of the best quality stuff. Like Demon Slayer is fucking phenomenal. You know, Attack on Titan is still a huge hit. You know, they release their shit weekly and they're still kind of breaking the mold on that. But a lot of the other stuff now that we see, you know, Mandalorian was fucking slow. I think that releasing it weekly was kind of a mistake in the first season. But obviously, Baby Yoda was enough to make all the fucking middle-aged women keep their subscriptions coming back. So.
I just think that even for the really good stuff, I think that the weekly release gives it that much more time in the spotlight and that much more opportunity for people to get on and get on board. Even with all things staying the same, even with really great shit, I think that it can just not just to consume wise, but for these companies to get their shit out there and to have the best possibility of capturing people for extended months after months. I think that's the best option for them.
And I will say this, because I was actually just talking with Josiah about this the other day, but like, imagine Daredevil getting released weekly. Imagine the fucking hype after the hallway fight scene.
Yeah.
Like I was fucking freaking out. But then I just jumped to the next episode because I gotta watch the next shit.
It doesn't give it any time to breathe. Ozark. I think that Ozark on Netflix is a really fucking good show. If anybody hasn't watched it, I think you should.
I still haven't watched it. I keep hearing it's good.
I think that is one that they could have definitely done like a weekly type of release on. Those episodes are fairly, they end with a little bit of
self-contained.
Not necessarily self-contained, but they end. Almost every episode I feel ends with like, okay, I'm interested in what happens next, but you don't have any time to breathe.
I guess really what it comes down to is something like these and again, I haven't watched a lot of them recently, but back when I was watching them, like the Disney Plus shows, like a lot of those are like, some of those Mandalorian episodes are like 30, 45 minutes, you know what I mean? And a lot of the 10 minutes of it's fucking credits, you know what I mean? And so it's like when you have something like a Game of Thrones, where even go to Sons of Anarchy, like Sons of Anarchy, like you get so much information in a Sons of Anarchy episode, like so much shit happens in one episode. More happens in one episode of Sons of Anarchy in one episode than happened in the whole first season of Mandalorian. I'm not bullshitting. Steph can confirm that, can't you, Steph? Like more shit happens in one episode of Sons of Anarchy than the entire season of Mandalorian. More action, more plot points, more development. And so,
especially in the second and third season.
Yeah,
there's no comparison. Sons of Anarchy is superior.
I'll ask y'all something. Do y'all miss when we used to have 18 to 20 episodes per season? I do. I'd love to go back to having 18 to 20.
I think
it just depends.
I think modern writers are bad. I don't think that that's a sustainable thing for the modern writers.
Why?
Because there used to be really, what was that? Drunk?
They have no imagination or creativity to write 20 episodes anymore. We barely get when you watch like 5, 15 or whatever 10 episodes of a show, basically 2 or 3 are the ones that everyone talks about.
Yeah. Now a show that did it really, that figured it out, like for me personally long term, was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The first couple seasons are pretty slow, but they eventually figured out. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like in seasons 4 and 5, they had like 3 full episodes. They had 3 different arcs. They had like first half of the season was this arc, second half of the season was this arc, and then all of it would connect at the very end, and it made sense. I think that that's a smart way of doing it. But most modern writers today are not talented enough, are not good enough to write 20 episodes. If you go fucking watch The Flash, go watch Arrow. It was to the detriment of Arrow. I mean, season 1 of Arrow is pretty good. Season 2 of Arrow is fucking phenomenal. Season 1 of The Flash is pretty damn good for most of it. There's a couple bad episodes, but the finale was fucking phenomenal. But if those shows are 10 episodes long, I kid you not, it could have been some of the best DC property shows that we could have ever had. Because look at what they did with Daredevil. I mean, hell, even Luke Cage, Iron Fist was a shit show. But like even Luke Cage and stuff, they benefit from shorter episodes and shorter seasons because 20 episodes is just too much for a lot of shows to do.
But it was that way for 30, 40 years. It was always 20, 23.
Well, if you bringing 20 episodes up, like that might actually change my opinion on if I would prefer the binge model at that point. Like, because I prefer the binge model at the standard kind of 10 episodes, but like you dump 20 episodes of an hour-long episode as a binge, that's a lot. That's a tall task. That's a tall task. Yeah. That's a very tall task. So that would change my opinion on the personal side of like, do I prefer binge or weekly? Because if you're talking about 20 episodes, I would probably prefer that to be a weekly release, because I would hope you're going to give me at least an hour of each one of those, and we're going to get some real storytelling and development out of that.
Yeah, you want to give people that FOMO too, of like being able to talk about it with people.
Yeah.
And like, there's a reason why there's a bunch of shows like that I've never fucking watched, and there's a reason, Jeremy, that I've told you to watch these shows that you never fucking watch, because they released years ago. No one's talking about them now, so it's like I can just go back and watch any fucking time I want. You know what I mean? So there is that aspect of it too, where I know Sons of Anarchy is really good because you've told me so many times, and I've yet to ever go back and watch it because
there's a lot of racism and a lot of disrespect to women.
And I can go back anytime between now and 10 years from now and have the exact same experience. So,
but you know what's great is you had shows like, that's one thing I don't find today. You had shows like Sopranos and The Shield, where people would talk about it in the similar fashion that they did Game of Thrones, you know, where at the water cooler every week, what's happening. Yeah. And they still had 13 episodes. I really didn't like when we switched to this like quasi-British model where it's like 2 or 3 seasons and they're 5 episodes each. I just don't.
Yeah,
you require really top talented writers to craft a narrative within 5 episodes.
Well,
that's 13, the best. That's the best show on TV, along with Yellowstone, right there.
Like 13
episodes.
Fantastic.
I liked Reacher. Reacher had me.
Which one? The Amazon one or the
series?
Movie?
Yeah, the series,
not the Tom Cruise movie.
No, but don't get Ryan started, because Ryan's all like Mr. Tom Cruise is the definitive Reacher, and I can't believe they.
Except for the size.
I don't care about that to actually get triggered.
I like the Tom Cruise one. It's just he didn't fit the writer's description.
He was little. He's a little man.
I know. And in the book, they say
it's a fine movie. It's not a Jack Reacher movie. You know what I mean?
Like an action movie with his name on Jack.
Exactly. Like that show, I do think, does a very good job of interpreting the character from the novel and the novel itself into one season of TV.
Absolutely. And they're bringing it back.
The other thing is too, there are like writing television with that many episodes, episodic with commercial breaks and stuff. There's a very specific way to write those episodes versus Netflix doesn't have commercial breaks. And here's a good example of this is Paramount Plus, because they are so fucking stuck behind the times. Halo has ad breaks like you would have commercial breaks in it. They cut to black all the time on their things because what you do is you write an arc that builds to the commercial break, and you leave it on a cliffhanger so everybody comes back from the commercial break. But if you do that with no actual fucking commercials, you just look stupid. It just looks like nothing's happening ever, and you keep cutting away from things anytime anything gets interesting. So the other part of it is if you know, we would sit around watching these shows on television, you know, glued to the set, not knowing what was going to happen next, but knowing that there's going to be commercial breaks and all this stuff. Now we don't have commercials. We don't have all of that. So there's also a different way we're taking in media, and the episode should keep us hooked from beginning to end. And there's no breaks in between for us to go to the bathroom, to stop to talk about what's going to happen or what could happen and stuff.
I will bet money Netflix, Disney Plus will go to a commercial-based streaming service in the next 3 years.
They will.
But Netflix is already. They've already announced that they're doing that.
But
They did? What the heck was I for that? I don't have Netflix. I don't know. Like,
not like on Netflix, but right after their stock crashed, they said we're going to implement a lower priced app, with ads. Probably they'll probably do like $9.99 with ads at some point.
Yeah, go ahead, Kat. Kat had something to say.
Yeah. No, I don't have Netflix, so it's like, wait a minute, you're charging this. I canceled mine a couple months ago because it's ridiculously expensive. So you're telling me you're going to pay for ads as well?
No, they're going to have multiple models like Hulu. They're going to have your basic package, which is like ads, and it's $7.99 or $9.99, and then premium, no ads.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, just because we were discussing it, I'm just interested in everyone's opinion on this, and I know that one series isn't completely finished, so it's you got to take that. What is a better series? And I'm putting a poll in the chat: Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad? Ooh. I think it's crazy that I even consider that I never thought that Better Call Saul would come close to Breaking Bad, but now I think it's very close. I think they're very, very close. Now, Breaking Bad perfectly ends. What?
I seen Breaking Bad, but I never saw Better Call
okay.
Saul.
I thought you meant you hadn't seen either. So
I haven't.
I didn't know it was that good.
Seen either.
Wow.
I'm not caught up on the not only this last season, but the season before that either. I think I'm like 3 episodes in Better Call Saul.
I lean, yeah,
3
like,
seasons. Sorry.
It's, and I I wonder if like that I love Better Call Saul. Obviously, it's a great show on its own. I wonder if like the Breaking Bad has elevated my love for it even more, because I think Breaking Bad is damn near a perfect series. Damn near. I mean, it's phenomenal. So,
it really got good. Better Call Saul. Really?
I don't know if Better Call.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
Okay.
It's the best prequel series I've ever seen, but I don't think you could enjoy it as much unless you watched Breaking
Bad first. Yes,
because
yes.
so much is like tied to the characters and what happens in Breaking Bad. It's
they make an
really
appearance?
impossible to separate it.
Oh,
They're going to, and well,
yeah.
Jesse and Walter are going to.
It's been reported. It's been reported
Oh,
that they're going to
okay.
show up. So, but yeah, I mean, honestly, like, so I mean, and my experience with Breaking Bad was that it kind of took a little while for me to really get into that show the first time I watched it. It took a little while for it to get going. And trust me, I didn't watch it when it premiered. So like I watched it after the fact because I heard everybody talking about it. Better Call Saul was the same way. Better Call Saul at first, I was like, where's this going? Where's this going? Holy shit. It just keeps going though. It just keeps getting better. Better Call Saul is so good.
I don't know what it is, but with Better Call Saul, with Breaking Bad, I had the same experience. It took me 4 episodes, and I only wait 3, but everyone could tell me just try. So I pushed on, and after about the 4th episode in the first, I was like, I love it. But with Better Call Saul, I was hooked from the first episode. Each episode felt epic, even though with some simple stuff. I love it.
It's
Have
such
you
a great
watched?
show.
Because you love Sons of Anarchy. I think I've seen that series multiple times, but I've never caught the new one that they made.
Mayans. I have not watched Mayans.
Mayans was
Steph, have you watched
terrible.
it?
I
Yeah,
did.
haven't watched
Mayans was terrible. It wasn't as good. There are some characters that do make like little cameo appearances here and there, but it's not as good as.
Sounds more
as
diverse.
Sons. It is more diverse.
No wonder it's dog shit.
But it's just not as good. You know, Jax is like incredibly intelligent, and you find that out through like the things that he does, and later on you see his plan in motion. Like, you know, his wheels are turning, but you don't find out exactly what he has planned until later on.
Yep.
Well, with the guy in Mayans, they tell you that he's smart. Everybody's just telling you, oh, but you're a genius. Oh, but you're smart. You're supposed to, they tell you.
Show don't
They
tell.
really,
That's cheap way of.
That's the number one rule. It's
just
literally
not,
the number
it's not
one
as
rule.
good. Sons of Anarchy.
Movies and television, the show don't
Oh, it's
tell.
good that I haven't watched it. Okay. It's just like, wow. Okay, good.
The other thing that makes me sad is I never hear anybody on this panel talk about Justified, and that was like one of my favorite series ever made. Justified is like one of my favorite shows.
I haven't seen Justified. I have not seen it.
Oh, I
It's
fucking
good.
love Justified.
Ray Givens. It's
Yeah,
coming
Raylan
back.
Givens, man.
You
They're
know it's
actually
coming back.
Yeah, I saw that they're bringing it back, and Timothy Oliphant, and I know what's his name passed away. The writer, I don't remember his name.
But you remember his
Graham
boss?
Yost?
You remember his boss? He's always on Twitter. The guy who was the marshal, his
Yes.
boss. That actor's name I always forget. But
Are they gonna have Nick Searcy? Like,
yes, that's him. Nick Searcy. He's coming back.
Is he? That's well. Hey, there you go. Nick Searcy's very fucking outspoken about his conservative beliefs. He's got a documentary about January 6th and stuff.
Well, I know this is, I'm taking us back just as a previous topic we're talking about, but what Kurt Sutter, did he get fired during Mayans or after? Like, or I guess it's still going, right, Steph? Kurt Sutter is the creator of Sons of Anarchy, so he got fired at some point. I don't know why, because he made some offensive joke that I guess
dare
they,
you.
I have no
so
idea.
Is that
you're muted? You're muted, Steph. You're muted.
He's
I don't know when he got fired, but like I didn't watch past the first season of Mayans.
Oh,
okay,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Isn't that what's going on with Bill Murray right now? And he came out and like said he said something inappropriate, and they shut down his film, and now he's it's.
I still
I
can't
don't know
figure
if
out
he's
what
like
he
a
said.
It's not like what he. And who did he say it to? What woman is upset? Like, do we know?
It was on
that?
set. It was
Well,
on
Josiah's
set.
done like 5 videos on it, so he probably.
It's on set. He did something on set, they say.
Yeah, I don't know what he said though. Like,
He said
what,
it was
what
a
he
joke.
did. Yeah, I don't know what he did to offend some stupid bitch. But yeah,
Something
canceling
sexual.
Bill Murray over a joke. What the fuck?
But you got Seth Rogen on that set, and like a few others that probably were not happy with him making an off-color joke or whatever he did.
So you shut down an entire movie over one off-color.
They shut down the film to investigate Bill Murray, and then he shows up on some news channel saying, "Yeah, you know, it's a different time now, and you can't say certain things, and I'm trying to, you know." Did you guys see that clip? He was just like, "Oh wow, it's pretty rough." He was just. He was just like I
kind
said a
of
joke.
not apologizing, but
yeah,
kind
he was
of,
like, I said a joke. It's a different time now, and we're trying to get together to work it out. It's an incredible cat, you know, like that kind of stuff. And he's like, you can't really say the things that you say before. It was like a whole thing on like ABC News or something. Like he speaks out. It's almost as if they told him to go do that.
Yeah, which is funny
You know?
because Bill Murray's like notoriously like an anti-Hollywood guy.
He's 70 years old, man. Let the guy make his jokes.
He's only 70. He looks older than that.
Really?
Yeah, he's
I don't know if you've heard.
He's one of these people that's been old forever. Like I was talking to somebody about the other day. I have been a wrestling fan for the majority of my life growing up, but I don't ever remember Hulk Hogan not looking 45 years old.
Yeah, all the time, no matter what.
He's never not looked 45. He's always looked 45. It's crazy. It's crazy. I've never seen Hulk Hogan like look like he was like 22. He's always looked 45. That's kind of how Bill Murray to a
yeah. The only difference was how he started walking down the runway when his knees went bad, and you're like, oh no, that man's getting old. But yeah,
there are a few people like that. Mr. T always looks the same.
Yeah. But it's weird because Bill Murray is one of those guys. Like, I mean, he like that whole story apparently about him he has like a fucking phone that he doesn't answer but like a couple times a year to get like his roles, and like the only way he actually takes movie roles is if you personally know him and he's friends with you and actually trusts you, because he doesn't like live in the Hollywood sphere most of the time and shit. Like I think that there is he also has like a weird guru guy that tells like that he lives his life by, where he doesn't like give a shit about things and he just does whatever he does, and life will just like send good and bad to you as it comes. You just have to take it as it is. And he's a weird dude, but I think the fact that he's sitting here apologizing for shit is really weird. And then the bitch that got him canceled was like, I don't care how far down the totem pole I am, I'm gonna stand up for myself, even if it means everybody's out of a fucking job until I get my, you know, like I mean,
really? Oh my goodness.
How about grow a spine?
She grew a spine. She shut down the whole production for everybody.
Well, I mean, just don't get so sensitive and get what is the saying? Don't get your panties in a twist.
She's right. I mean, they're just
Talk
words.
to him, cat.
It's just words.
Don't get your hijab in a twist.
Yeah.
We should change it.
I don't. God.
Yeah, keep it
It's
ironed.
not a hijab, Ryan. It's a tablecloth.
That's right.
Good stuff. All right, we got to get back on some super chats. That was a great discussion, though. Great discussion. Far more.
I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about.
We're talking about the streaming and binge.
Bill Murray.
Yeah. Oh, Breaking Bad by far. Breaking Bad won.
I'm curious about something. I got noticed today that Top Gun, the Maverick, is coming out on I think the 25th or the 26th from Fandango. Is anybody looking forward to that?
I am.
Shit, I'm waiting.
Every time I see the trailer for that, I don't even know why I'm excited for it. Like I like Top Gun, but I don't know.
If you go that one trailer, okay, I think is and let me see if I can find it, because this is the one that released like it's not the most recent one, which that one's
Comic-Con one.
It's the one. Hang on, I will play it for everybody, because to me this is the perfect way a trailer that is dealing with like nostalgia has to be approached. I gotta find it though. Is this it?
Fandango has the three of them, the Comic-Con one, and then the other two.
Yeah, right here. Okay, this is to me, this is a perfect trailer for something that's dealing with something that's got like an iconic, you know, character and actor. I love this fucking trailer so much. Like it just hits and it builds up Tom Cruise.
Your instructor is one of the finest pilots this program has ever produced.
Imagine if Luke Skywalker was treated like this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
His exploits are
That's
legendary.
right. That's at my base that I was at. They filmed right there.
It's actually really dope.
What he has to teach you may very well mean the difference between life and death.
We don't have to watch all of it, but that's kind of. I love that trailer, dude. I
My
love
dad
it.
used to work on planes.
No,
Software. Stealth jets. My dad used to work on the software.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, that one shot where he pulls up on the bike right outside the base. That's Naval Air Station North Island, which is where I was stationed when I was in San Diego. And right behind my building, they came in. That was like their base of operations for filming a bunch of shit. So Tom Cruise would literally, because it was an air station, so he would literally fly his private jet between LA and San Diego like every other day or so to come in and film. Motherfuckers rich.
Did you ever
shit.
see how tiny he was?
But I never saw him. I wish because I wanted to see him next to a normal thing to see how small he was. So, but no, I never. I did see it. I did see people wheeling the motorcycle though. People wheeling the bike.
Oh,
they had it in one of the sheds there. So.
Well, it was the biggest thing when I was growing up. When it came out, everybody was talking about Top Gun. I'm just wondering if it's going to repeat that same success.
I don't think I don't feel the hype for it like I thought. I mean, don't get me wrong, the trailers are getting a lot of views, but not like a Marvel movie or something like that. Like it's not getting that level of hype. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. I like Tom Cruise. I think he's crazy as fuck, and I like him. So
he is crazy as fuck.
He is crazy. Ruben Christopher Haynes for a 10-month member message. Want to thank the entire Geeks and Gamers team. Love you all. You have kept me laughing during my darkest days. Down 30 pounds since April 1st. I will not give up. Ruben, I know you've been going through a lot, man. And, you know, we got your back, brother. So stay strong. You've got a really, your mentality is next level. Like I said, when I met you in Vegas, I was pretty blown away by you. But, man, just keep grinding, brother. We got your back. So thank you for that member message, man. Glad you're doing well. D-Day Direwolf, all you did to Dan on that pic was give him my widow's peak. Updated look of Van Dask. That's from D-Day Direwolf, our good friend D-Day Direwolf. Lar, 1996 for 20. Always dropping the 20 on us. Thank you, Lar. Appreciate that. Mike H. Hail Spaceman. Hail Spaceman. And Ivan, I meant to read this one earlier. Ivan does not he is really sick. He's really, really sick.
That's what happens when you spend time in Mexico. Just ask X-ray girl.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, but he's really not feeling good. Really bad. So he says, I miss you guys. Looks like ICE will release me soon. Everyone looking yummy. F you, Jeremy. Thank you, Ivan. Hope to have you back on here next week, buddy.
Stop going to Mexico and drinking that fucking water. We told you.
I told Extra Girl the same fucking thing. It's like the first thing I fucking
What are the
asked
coincidences?
her.
Yeah, she comes back from Mexico. She's sick as fuck.
No,
Ivan's been hanging out.
Yeah, I didn't get sick when I was there.
I can't drink water in New Jersey.
Because Jay, you're used to being in third world dog shit countries, so your stomach's like made for that shit.
Yeah,
if you can survive Haiti, you can survive Mexico.
That's true.
That is true.
You just gotta drink. You just gotta keep drinking the Coke.
But I didn't drink the
water.
You gotta drink cervezas there.
Yeah, I had a lot of Coronas.
Let me see.
Can you
stop drinking so
Citizen?
much? You stop
Me?
drinking so much, yeah, until I'm ready to monetize it anyway.
Can you see Citizen 7 who just super chatted? It's a super chat to me.
I saw that.
Go ahead, read it.
Sounds like what the fuck, bro.
I don't see it.
Hopefully Jay's still around to hear my super chat from a couple of years ago. Drunk 3PO is the best thing that's ever been excreted from the bowels of the porn industry. What does that even mean?
I have no idea.
I read it. And I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
$10, Citizen 7. Thank you for your super chat.
He's been gunning that. He's been making me read that for years. Yeah.
I read it for you, buddy. There you
I
go.
don't really know what it means. Does it mean like your mother was a porn star, or does it mean that you used to be a porn star? Or there's a lot of options it could potentially be.
Thanks.
Maybe a porn star that wanted to keep her career, so she tried to do a back alley, and it didn't take. Maybe is that what it means?
Some person named Chris in the chat says Jay has a fan.
A fan. Congrats.
Years, man.
Single.
I got.
That's not me. I
One fan.
promise.
We got.
I know. We know Chris Nova is not a fan.
Wayward Culture for $5 says, "What's up, guys? Anyone excited for Doctor Strange? What do you think the screen time will be for Strange versus Wanda versus America Chavez?" I think they're going to be heavily involved. Based on the things that I heard, it's not like it's not Doctor Strange's movie, but he definitely, there are some points where some women need to come in and help him.
Can I say something real quick?
Someone
tweeted out, in order for you to understand Doctor Strange's movie, you must watch at least 3 episodes of the end of Loki, some of the episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D., and basically everything that came out on Disney Plus for Marvel to understand this film. I was like,
which is weird because I don't, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like doesn't even follow the main continuity anymore. It's like a completely different series.
Yeah, but it's multiverse.
It does, but the writers of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I know
hate the fucking producers of the movies, and they were like, "We're just gonna do our own fucking thing. Fuck you guys," and they did. But they did do the multiverse. Yeah,
I'm just saying that's what this guy tweeted. So whatever, for whatever.
People wanted Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to be considered part of MCU canon, and it was never like from the very beginning. They were very clear that's just its own separate thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of fans didn't want it to be that way, and a lot of the producers initially didn't want it to be that way. But yeah, they just eventually did their own separate shit. But since it is its own separate thing, we're now talking about a multiverse.
Yeah, they can.
Don't be surprised. I mean, there's a leak that showed actually pretty clearly a character from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does show up. So
yeah. I'm really not excited for it. I'm gonna watch it so we can do a review for Geeks and Gamers with Josiah, and then probably talk about it with other people. But it's, I don't know, man. It's Phase 4 fucking Disney. They haven't done anything. I mean, they got lucky with Spider-Man, to be honest, because bringing back Tobey Maguire, bringing back Andrew Garfield was, I mean, once in a lifetime kind of deal for a lot of people, and it happened to be that the writing was pretty decent. But you already know American Chavez is heavily involved in it. She's a terrible fucking character with nothing interesting really about her. And from what I've heard too, Wanda in the beginning was like such a the original test screening. She was so bad and like so evil, and like they kind of like really hit on her, like came down on her about what she did in WandaVision, that they reshot it because they're like, well, we're making the woman look too bad, so we got to like fix that. So like, there's just going to be a lot of politics involved in it that they're not going to talk about in early reviews. So
she's going to kill a lot of people.
Probably. I was going to say, George got to bounce. So George, get out of here. Get the hell out of here. I'm kidding.
Love seeing you guys.
Good to see you, George.
Hit me up tomorrow. You know, we got to talk. So you hit me up tomorrow so we can get everything pinned down. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and good job on with Adam today, too. I watched some of your stuff with Adam today. So good job on there, man.
Thank you. Got a new video coming out in the morning. Watch it. See what you think.
Hell yeah, man. Take it easy, bud.
Later. Bye.
I got my Enoch Maman word of the day one. So let me find it. Let's see.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Enoch Maman word of the day, $20. Enoch Maman has been blowing up our super chats and our Streamlabs, so thank you. Word of the day: vacuous. Definition: having or showing a lack of thought or intelligence. Mindless. Used in a sentence: I'm tired of vacuous broads canceling comedians because they have no sense of humor. That's like 3 now. You're gonna have to start coming up with some fucked up words, okay? That I did.
That's like a really easy one, yeah.
Yeah, considering I messed up lions, okay?
Loins.
Or no, I messed up loins and called it lions. That's what it was. I messed up loins and called it lions. So clearly, a word being easy doesn't really matter. Thank you, Enoch Aman. And John goes for 10. Thank you, John. All right, where are we at? Simply Rocco. Go ahead, Ryan.
Simply Rocco for 2. Rippa needs tokenized Bane. I hope we get a tokenized Bane in the Rippaverse. Mike has bad knees for 5. Are people choosing Universal over Disney World because of politics, or is it because Universal is just better value and or better? I think all of the above. But
all the above.
Yeah.
All the above.
Dark Warlord, member for 4 months. Drunk 3PL, you're right. For 8 years, I had to hide what I knew about Walt Disney World. I wanted to change the company from the path I saw. There you go, from Dark Warlord, confirming a lot of people at Disney.
I mean, all you got to do is go into the Park Hop and YouTube comment section, and people were like, I used to be a cast member there, and I can't stand what they're doing. I'm a cast member there, and I can't speak out or I'll be shamed. I mean, it's just constant. I mean, whether it's true or not, it is what it is, but it's just a constant. And when I actually end up going over there, I get stopped all the time. I just saying, please keep doing what you're doing. So it's like, okay. So,
let's see. Binary Bard for 10. Jay, the company I used to work for, did the software for the power-up bands for Universal's Super Nintendo World. I'm excited for that park. The one in Japan looks cool.
Oh, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Power-up bands let you play video, like you're a life size. If you don't know, it's like a band where you're in the Mario world where you punch the bricks like Mario, jump through, you go into pipes and all that stuff, and so you get points, and you could turn those points into something. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but so.
You mean the coins you can earn for in game, like on the Nintendo account?
It connects with your. It does connect with your Switch. There's some app you could download if you bring your Switch there, and then you use the power up band to do stuff. That's what they're doing in Japan. We don't know if it's going to be the same in America. So,
Infinity Flare for 2, banned on Reddit today for calling out murder. Worth it. There you go. Thank you, Infinity Flare. Steven Wasik for 20, asking the anime fans here, what stance should we take on the Miyazaki films? Less Grave of the Fireflies and Princess Mononoke. They were made by Disney and held for the longest time by Disney. I'm really conflicted.
Yeah, I don't know that world. Krista, I literally just told Krista to bounce to go get ready for Twitch, so she probably could have given a little more on that one than I can. But I know the pronunciation of those more than Ryan does, but I don't know the details of them. So I don't have a lot to give you on that one. We'll get Ivan to answer if he's not dead next week.
Well, is he asking about like the quality of the films, or is he asking, are they owned by Disney? Should I watch them?
I don't know. I don't know the specifics of any of them. Like,
what stance should we take? Anytime you need to take a stance, it's a question for you. You shouldn't be really necessarily told by anyone else. But I will say, when it comes down to that shit, it's all personal. Like, I see people freak the fuck out about, like, oh, I can't believe you might go to that park, or I can't believe you might play, D&D or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, you're using, I don't know, GOG, who cucked to the Communist Party of China, who's doing a bunch of fucking trans shit for their employee. You know what I mean? So you're gonna find all this stuff anywhere.
My favorite part is my favorite part is when people are complaining about us going to Disney parks to cover it from their iPhone.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys need to take a stand against Disney typed from my iPhone. You realize not only like the obvious stuff with Apple, but Disney has like partnerships with Apple.
Yeah. This is why you don't it's not about the pendulum swinging back and forth. It's about you as a person taking stance and having values and stuff, because the thing is, it's just like people that feel like they're better than you because they're vegan, and then you can literally point to the veganism being worse for the environment than just fucking eating meat. But but if it makes you feel good about yourself, and you know, the thing is, once you start sitting on a high horse looking down at somebody going, well, why do you do this, or why do you use that? You want to play that game, you can get caught up in it too. And there's always something that you're doing that can be considered bad by somebody else's metric. So it's not about that. It's about, where do I stand on it as a thing? I will say this: Studio Ghibli movies are art. They're rare art. They don't make movies like that. It's rare to see films of that quality, with that writing style that kind of breaks the mold of what movies should be and could be. And fuck Disney, but the art is still there. It's it's just like we don't just throw out all the old classic Disney movies because Disney's woke now. They're still fucking good movies. We still grew up with them. It's just the shit now isn't worth it, and fuck Disney. But I wouldn't tell you to go throw out everything you own that's Disney and throw it in the trash either.
Yeah, and to be clear, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with owning an iPhone. I'm saying that none of us have a leg to stand on to judge anyone else for what they're doing with their time and their money. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Like, you don't it's the glass houses scenario. Yes. Like, you don't have any leg to stand on when you're typing from your iPhone, from your Google accounts, from it's a tough thing to navigate these woke waters. It really is. And we're all trying our best to call out that stuff. But when we're trying to call out other people for doing things when you're doing them too, just in a different capacity, that's not helping the situation at all.
The funny thing is like, especially on the park hopping, when people are like, don't ever go back to Disney, Jay. I'm never supporting this channel. Go back to Universal. So I'm like, all right, I'll go to Universal. You know what's at Universal? They have Marvel Land. You know what else they have? They have Fox. They have The Simpsons, which is owned by Disney. All right. Then they're like, well, then maybe we shouldn't go to Universal because Disney gets a cut. I was like, fine, I'll go to Legoland. You know what's at Legoland? They have all the Disney characters over there at Legoland. So maybe I shouldn't go to Legoland. Yeah, let's not go to Legoland because Disney gets a cut. All right, I'll go to SeaWorld. Don't you dare go to SeaWorld because what they do to porpoises. I can't stand what they do to porpoises at SeaWorld. So don't ever go to SeaWorld. So it's like, okay, thanks. It's like, it's like, what the heck, man? So I'll just ride around in my little tricycle and just record it and say this was fun. Ryan can push me in a red wagon and we'll just make videos of that, of him shoving me down a hill and see how many tumbles I can take. That'll
make it work. Speaking of J.S. Pena for $2, speaking of gays, where's Siobhan?
I actually was talking to Siobhan today. Her day job has got her really, really busy, but you might see her in a gaming stream here in the near future. I did talk her into she did download Fortnite. So
Sailor, I'm surprised she hadn't already. That game kind of
I think she's not a big BR
people like her.
She's not a big BR fan. She doesn't like BR. You played Fortnite before I did, okay? Just keep that in mind.
Jay wanted me to play so badly, so he asked me to play. I gave it a fucking chance. He did a couple streams, and I retired on top. So
I think I super chatted him too.
Probably. Sailor Mercury for $2. Happy 20th anniversary to Spider-Man. Love, Toby. Is it really the 20th anniversary of that movie? I know it was 2002.
2002.
So maybe. Cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you?
Enoch Maman, there's literally no way I can read this word. Like there's literally no word. There's literally no way.
I saw it when it came in.
Like that's nothing I can do. What am I supposed to do with that? Like, let me see if I can just highlight it.
Hold on. All right. Pneumo-ultramicroscopic. Oh, hold on. Pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Very good, close. Ryan. You got that right.
Okay, now Jeremy, repeat it.
A lung disease. I was just gonna read the definition. But
I thought it would be like more pneumonia.
Let's see. Pneumono-ultramicroscopics. Yeah, volcano colonoscopy. There you go.
Volcano.
You were doing so well, and you just completely gave
and
up.
then you just said volcano.
I know I was doing well. I realized I was doing well, and I that's not. Enoch Maman's not gonna ever super chat me again if I start reading well. So.
He Googled. Do you think he Googled world's longest words?
Probably.
Absolutely, yeah. God damn, that was funny.
For $100 fucking dollars. Thank you, Enoch Maman. All right, let's get some of this shit done.
I gotta go piss. I'll be back.
All right. I went all the way down so I could see that shit. Bruh for $5 says, bruh. What's up, bruh? Thank you. Raxus becomes a channel
member. Why does that get you
member.
every single time?
I love how Ryan reads.
Bruh.
It's so great.
D-Day Direwolf becomes a channel member. Thank you. Glenn Gassick for 10. Dan Vast, you son of a bitch. That damn song. I woke up last weekend with it playing in my head. Friday Night Tights. Repeat. LMAO. Love you, Dan. Thank you very much, Glenn. Sorry, Dan didn't get to hear that, so we could boost his ego even more. D-Day Direwolf says more Canadian Bear as his channel membership thing.
Canadian Bear. Who the freak played that?
Me.
Right.
I have control of this shit.
Oh, why? Okay.
Yeah. Mike's gone. Mike's back.
We all noticed it. We saw it. We got it. You saw who
Carlos
took the pick off.
Estrada says, "My private company, Elon. I'll make it private." Gary, you can binge later. Jeremy, Carlos Estrada for 2. I'm watching from the beginning. Always fun show. And then another 5 from Carlos. Also, anime generally doesn't release as a binge model. It helps sell merch and hype. I'm enjoying. Trapped in an Otome game. Surprisingly good. There you go. Thank you, Carlos. Waiting for the Orville for 5. Why the hell are you guys suddenly playing so many games on Geeks and Gamers? I don't fucking know. Jeremy doesn't make any videos anymore. Just plays Fortnite all the fucking time. That's all right. We are Geeks and Gamers after all.
I like how
Thank you
got
again.
yelled at now. How dare you
Thank
play
you.
games on Geeks and Gamers? What the fuck?
Thank you again to Eric Bloomquist for that big $50 super sticker of a pear-shaped man that's as big as Godzilla stomping around a city. LBOX81 for 5. Krista on TNME, quiet and calm. Krista on Fortnite, kill him. Ooh, fish. That's right.
Gonna see that here soon. So when this stream ends, she'll be live on Twitch. I'll be live on Gaming with Geeks. I don't know who's joining us, but we're gonna play Fortnite. Probably Josiah for sure, because he can't fucking stop talking about it like a fucking loser.
John Ghost.
That was a lot of projection on my part.
Throwing him
a
under
lot
the
of projection. That was a lot of projection on my part.
John Ghost for $10 with a super sticker of a little remote control guy leveling up. Thank you very much, John Ghost. Saltysaurus Rex for 20 for Krista's snack funds. Rule number 1: protect Krista. Well, she's not here, so we will eat those. But thank you, Saltysaurus Rex. Jess, aka SPD Girl, for 5. I can't wait to see you using lightsabers and the E11 blasters in Fortnite, Jeremy. And the 7 outposts now have where you can go into vaults again.
I will not be using those. The only thing I will consider is the Imperial Trooper. I'll consider that one, but that's the only one. The Sith Trooper looks cool, but like I'm not getting all that Star Wars shit because I got Snake Eyes. I don't fuck Star Wars. I got Snake Eyes. I don't need none of that shit.
Yeah,
I dig the Street Fighter characters. Guile is fucking awesome.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, dude, the skins on this are so good.
Low Country Angel becomes a channel member. Thank you very much. Michael B, Shogun Gaming for 14 Danish Crones, Little Rainbow Unicorn. Thank you. Betty Boop for $20. Krista's Uber, Beep Beep, and Fishing. Josiah's Sax concerts. Jeremy finally consistently carrying Shield. What more could a girl ask for? G&G Fortnite, let's go.
Gaming with Geeks is going to be a Fortnite channel, and I actually would like your suggestions. No bullshit. I'm considering changing the name of the channel, but I want it to be a Geeks and Gamers channel. So, like, to have maybe a sub name attached to it. So, if you guys have ideas, Geeks and Gamers, and then we add something else to it, I'm taking suggestions. If you get in there, I'll give you credit for it if I see your suggestion and use
Geeks and Gamers Basement.
Yeah.
That channel got demonetized.
What about Geeks and
nobody
Gamers?
helped me out.
Geeks and Gamers Rises. Geeks and Gamers Gaming.
What
There it is.
about Geeks and Gamers Outpost?
There you go.
There you go. So,
Like Geeks and Gamers Arcade.
Worked pretty well for my shit.
Cute. Geeks and Gamers plays, and then whatever game you're playing.
I say we do Geeks and Gamers Gaming.
Honestly,
We just call it Triple G.
I honestly, Geeks and Gamers Play was one of the names I have considered. Geeks and Gamers Play.
Geeks and Gamers After Dark. There we go.
Anakaman says G&G sax and violins.
That sounds dirty, Mike.
That was the point.
All right, Christopher Morgan for 10. Hey, all just recently joined. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday, Chris. I don't know if it's still your birthday because we just got to this.
Happy birthday.
But this will tell my age. Who remembers TGIF/USA's Up All Night and watching Saturday morning cartoons from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. before Cartoon Network?
That's showing your age because I fucking remember that.
I know Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
Hey, honestly,
back in the day.
Somebody said G3.
That's why it's Triple G, G3.
No, but I'm
Geeks and
saying
Gamers
just call it
Gaming.
just G3.
That's actually
G3 Geeks and Gamers. I kind of like that. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. Who fucking said that in the chat? Let me see.
We just call it G4. We do Geeks and Gamers Gaming Goons or some dumb shit like that to justify it.
Dishek. Max Dishek said it.
Yeah, Geeks and Gamers.
Damn.
I might do
love that.
G4. I might do G4.
Okie Po Boy
Or
for
G3.
2000 Mules movie, must see movie. I've heard good things about it, actually.
I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jared McBride for 5. And are you going to see Top Gun Maverick on May 27th? I think I will. Yeah. It's one of the
Yeah,
ones that
I will.
got me excited.
Yep.
Yeah, it looked
Darryl-
like the audience was like, what was it, like 55-45, where it was no, they weren't excited. The poll was pretty split here on this channel.
I don't know. Maybe we got a lot of foreigners who don't understand how badass it is. You know, fucking jet. D-Day Direwolf for $5. Demon Slayer season 2 cliffhangers made you anticipate the next episode so much more.
Yeah.
Oh
way it
my
picks up in the
god,
Yeah.
dude!
Yeah.
Where
Look
they're
at that one. Look at that one.
Geeks and gamer
Geeks
words.
and gamer words. Oh.
Amazing.
I like how Alan looks like he's 13 years old. That's my favorite part about that suggestion. Let's see. G4, G2, gaming for geeks and gamers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do G3. It's fun to think.
Geeks
about
and gamers gaming gauntlet, G4.
I do like Geeks and Gamers play. I do. I also thought about like Geeks and Gamers press start just because that was a section in Electronic Gaming Monthly. Because man, Electronic Gaming Monthly was such a like. I just loved reading that when I was growing up, and we didn't have the internet because I'm an old fuck, and so you know, it was awesome reading Electronic Gaming Monthly. They had all these sections and that I recall, but I don't know. We'll see what name I'll come up with.
One of my new favorite accounts on Twitter is Fats posting L's.
Oh yeah,
It's
I've
just-
seen
it's
that
just
one.
Fucking
Yeah,
fat people. I love
yeah,
it.
yeah. Icanalus for 5. Hail Geeks and Gamers, Nuggies of Nya. Let's see. Enrique says, I want, let's see. Let me see. Where'd it go? Looking at, damn it. Okay. I want to know y'all's favorite Fortnite skin. Well, mine is Snake Eyes, obviously. Mine is Paul Atreides when I got him back in October. I've been watching y'all since before the release of The Last Jedi, and it won't stop my support, and I won't stop my support anytime soon. Thanks for the years of entertainment, Geeks and Gamers crew. So yeah, obviously Snake Eyes, and it's not even close. There's a lot of cool skins on Fortnite, but mine, by far, Snake Eyes. Jay,
Might
what's
be
your
Master
favorite
Chief if I fucking had it.
Oh yeah, Master Chief. You don't have it though, do you?
No, I don't. I missed that
Ugh.
event. I'm bummed.
I can't believe they didn't make it available for the show. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously the show.
I'm
doesn't
waiting for
represent it.
Indiana Jones. That'll probably be the one I never stop using.
Is that official? Is that going to happen?
That's what I've been hearing.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be pretty dope. That would be
Unless it's like Indiana Jones 5 Indiana Jones, then I'll be like,
yeah, the way he comes down out of the skies in a fucking refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Short Round will be like the little companion you could have with
Yeah,
you.
you wear them on your back.
Yeah, you wear them on your back.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Maybe I should have not said that.
I can't let for $5. Jeremy, I'm ugly. Me, yeah, we know. I mean, that's fair enough. Zinni Biscuit for
Wait,
3.
what?
Tony, that was earlier with Chris's message where she sent me that picture and I said I'm ugly.
Okay.
Zinni Biscuit, $3. Tony Stark, Elon Musk, Iron Man, Ricky Rudd. I appreciate the NASCAR reference. Thank you. That is awesome. Simply Rocco, my life is complete again. Catching the panel of the gods tonight. Thank you. That is awesome. Matthew Hammond for $20. Everyone needs to watch Eric July's YouTube clip, Welp, This is Dead on Arrival, from his podcast, comparing the 90s to today and how X-Men the Animated Series does not need to change. X-Men the Animated Series is fucking perfection.
Amazing.
You know what I mean? Like everything about it, the theme song, the characters, the storytelling, it's perfection. And they're going to change it. They're going to fuck it up.
Fuck it all up.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Fuck Disney, man. Yep.
Yeah, I made a video on mine about that too, just because they just fucking, you know, they just came out and said it. This is what's happening. Like, we're going to be doing modern day shit in this continuation of the 90s, you know, animated series. But Yeah, so don't get excited for shit like that. It's the bottom line.
Geeks and Gamers Industries.
At this
Go
point,
over to
they
Geeks and
shouldn't hide
Gamers Industries.
Someone said Geeks and Gamers Triggered, and I thought that'd be a great name for a gun
Hey,
channel.
yeah, hell yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Josh Krushke for $5. Stay for the old show, but you can dip into and out of your subscriptions on the binge model. If you don't have good marketing, things interest can wane. Thank you. Nace for $5. Smallville was a really good weekly show that kept me wanting to watch it the next week.
Yeah, Smallville
was
did a
awesome.
good job. Yeah, Smallville was pretty great.
Mike Hill for 10. Looks like Amazon's going in the opposite directions, like using source material with Reacher, but messing it up for Lord of the Rings. Well, it all depends on who you're hiring for your projects. You know what I mean? You're going to have some people where activism's the number one priority, and you're going to have some people whose priority is fucking staying true to shit. Unfortunately, the latter is much less common in current day Hollywood. Mike Gill for 5. I believe Kurt left after Disney purchased Fox. Talking about your fucking motorcycle dude.
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy,
Yeah,
dude.
Kurt Sutter.
There you go.
He's a creator.
Anime Watcha for 10. Just joined in. Would the Twitter meltdown be bigger if Elon would have bought Twitter during Pride Month?
Oh, that would have been.
That would have been great.
What's Pride Month?
Yeah.
June?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's too bad there's not like another 20-day month that we could fucking send that one to, but hey. Lancer for 5. Breaking Bad easily. An alt series final is Breaking Bad is Hal's dream from Malcolm in the Middle. Nothing beats Malcolm in the Middle. Life is unfair. And then Lancer for another 5. Top Gun, hell yeah. By the way, I'm still in first place nationwide in Top Gun Hard Lock on Xbox. Come take my title if you think you're the best.
Nice.
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Hearing that. That's badass.
I'll never do that. Yeah.
That is
Citizen,
badass.
we read that from Citizen 7. Bocce Onin for 5. Fucking Eid Mubarak at Hijabi Gamer.
Eid Mubarak. Thank you. Eid Mubarak. That's happy Eid. The holiday was yesterday.
Okay. It's not like death to America or anything.
You know what? I'm not going to answer that.
Okay. It's good.
No, it's happy holidays, more or less.
Okay, there you go. Well, I'm glad you're done with Ramadan, so you can actually eat now. John Ghost for 10 with another sticker of a pear-shaped man flying through the sky. A man of culture for 20. Only reason I'm going to watch this damn movie is because they filmed it on my ship, and I want to see if I made it in the background in one of those shots. There you go. I definitely was not in the background of any shots, but
we got Grunty Peebo for $1 says, I asked this on FNT, but Gary never read my message. But I'll ask again here. Love to know the opinion from all of you, especially Ryan and Jeremy. What is your opinion on the Act Man and Quantum TV drama? Personally, I think Quantum is a coward. I'm sure you're caught up on this one, Ryan.
yeah. So the Quantum is a literal fucking insane person who's doing everything he can, from copyright strikes to threatening people's mothers, crazy shit. So it's a very long story about an insane dude. If you know Quantum TV, he's got a decent sized channel, completely lost his shit over DMCA and copyright stuff. So
Ryan, strategy, Cotton.
Ryan knows so much about all this bullshit on the internet. It's absolutely amazing, as Jay would say, to know. Like, you guys have no idea. You guys think like, oh, Ryan knows his shit. No, Ryan knows his shit beyond anything you guys know. This motherfucker knows something about every fucking thing.
Yeah, there's stuff that I know about. I'm not going to tell people about because it'd be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Quantum TV. Yeah, I remember this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard of Quantum
Elden
TV,
Ring.
but I don't.
He gave the worst fucking take on Elden Ring.
I
ever.
know. Okay, I know who Quantum. I know
And
exactly.
I think
who that
based
is
off
now.
his Elden Ring take is why Ackman said something which is like launched into some insane shit. Where literally he's calling and trying to intimidate members of people's families and stuff. But again,
yeah, dude, he's out of his fucking gourd, man.
We won't be covering that kind of fucking YouTube drama on this channel, at least.
Hell no.
So.
Nah. Dreadnought for 5. Have you guys looked up Generation Drag yet? I've heard about it.
Oh, the ratio on that thing is crazy.
I've heard about it.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Yeah.
They can't stop. The cat's out of the bag now. They can't put it back in, so they're just going to triple down on it like they always do.
Is that a Peacock thing? Like that comes on
Discovery.
Discovery.
I want to be clear. I'm
Thank you, Ryan.
not changing the name of this channel. I'm talking about changing the name of Gaming with Geeks. So, and I want to have it a Geeks and Gamers channel, so the Geeks and Gamers name is in there, and then it would have something else on, like Geeks and Gamers Play or something like that. So that's what I'm not.
Are we gonna get coffee, Jeremy?
Huh?
Sorry.
Oh God, everyone buys coffee.
How are you gonna start a coffee?
Oh
Geeks
God.
and Gamers hard mode.
You have like Raging Ryan blend, that's like extra hard and like bold. You could have like the light
Extra
blend.
hard,
Everyone has coffee and a VPN.
There we go.
Coffee
I want my own alcohol.
Geeks and Gamers were under attack.
That would be cool, man. What would you
the
get?
logo-
Whiskey or like what would you get, Ryan, if you had your own alcohol?
It would probably be ironically, it'd be a dark alcohol for me. But yeah, it'd probably be a whiskey.
That is ironic.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan's dark roast, big and hard. I can't do. I'm just reading the chat. I can do the commercial. Can't wake up in the morning? Pick up Geeks and Gamers. Ryan dark roast, big and hard.
Big, hard, and veiny.
Feet.
Dirk Mathers, thank you for that. Where the fuck were we?
Scratching his head.
Anakmaman for 5. He's trying to find his ears.
That's pretty funny.
They're right here.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, but he was way.
That was good. That was
pretty
good.
fucking good, actually.
Oh my God.
I have to credit. We had a super chat like 6 weeks ago that was like, "Does
Yeah.
Mike have ears?"
I had people ask me in my own fucking Twitch chat. They're like, "Dude, do you even have ears?" I'm like, "No, these things are just attached to nothing. I just stuck them in my hair." Which, ironically, they could get stuck in my hair, and I wouldn't be able to get them out very easy. So,
true.
Who would be the decaf blend?
I don't know.
Sorry,
Why would
someone-
anyone make a decaf blend?
Right.
What
Yeah.
motherfuckers out there drinking coffee without
I'm just
caffeine?
saying.
What kind of a fucking
Yeah.
loser are you? Like, that's the only like. People don't like the taste of coffee, right? You do not like the taste of coffee, but people grow to adapt to it. They like try to like it over and over again. They develop a taste for it because they like the benefits that coffee has.
Yes.
Not because anyone, the first time you taste it, actually fucking likes that shit.
boiled
You have
fucking
you have
bean
to
juice.
convince You have
Yes.
to convince your body and trick your body into liking that
Tell 'em,
over
Ryan.
fucking weeks and weeks and weeks.
Talk to
So
him,
why
Ryan.
would any motherfucker decide to get decaf coffee? You're that much of
Jeremy.
a fucking masochist. Like, that's what you want to fucking do?
Jeremy wants to play Fortnite. He's like,
No,
"Can you hurry up?"
I'm thinking about the clips upload. That one's gonna give us right there. That's what I was thinking.
You
And
want a
Jay
good
had to
clip?
ruin it at the last second. We would have had a good payoff.
Ow.
We had a good payoff, and you had to interrupt it.
Hey, you want a good clip?
just
Excuse my
messing with
language.
you.
Fuck Bungie and fuck the bootlickers who are kissing their ass. That's all I have to say.
God,
Go.
that was
You
not
want a good
prepared
clip?
for that.
Because I'm sick of this. I'm in arguments with people on Twitter over Bungie getting all political. So fuck you, Bungie. You shouldn't be getting involved in politics.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Wow.
kissing their ass. All their Bungie bootlickers are going, "Oh my God, you're so wonderful, Bungie." You should be fixing your own game instead of going all about the Supreme Court.
Boom.
I am
Okay.
really, really pissed about this because Bungie should have known better. So fuck Bungie. I can't believe this.
Fuck
And all
Bungie.
and all their bootlickers, I'm serious, all going, "Oh,
Bootlickers.
you're so wonderful, Bungie, where you're vaulting content I paid a fortune for, but you're going all in the butts of the Supreme Court. So you want a good clip? Here, because I'm pissed about this, and I love Destiny. Can't believe
Get out of
it.
their butts, you punk bitches.
That was awesome.
That
I'm
was
okay
good.
with that. I respect that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Hell
gonna
yeah.
call them out when they do BS. I'm gonna call them out. I love the game, but this is bullshit, and I've had it.
Tell them.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's right. Anakmaman for 5. Just signed up for Fortnite last night. I played as Guile for 4 hours. I only intended to play for an hour.
Hell yeah, man. The Guile's awesome. Got the Street Fighter skins are cool. So look, I appreciate the fact that everybody's playing Fortnite now. Jay is the reason we started in the first place. That's the way he got it rolling. and then no build happened, and then the world has caught fire. So it's awesome.
Yeah, this Bungie thing might be a good thing for us to look at some point. Oh my fucking god, Jay! I just see this DM you sent me. Ugh. You fucking send me that.
Don't check your TikTok DMs.
Oh god, Mike
Hey,
Hill for 5.
I got an email. Somebody's offering me $1,200 for a 30-second video at the beginning of my video for their ad. $1,200 for a 30-second spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fucking Raid Shadow Legend's been up my fucking ass lately.
It ain't Raid.
Yeah. Like, who is it?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna fuck them. I'm not gonna say their name on camera because unless they give me some money, I'll tell you off camera.
Well, I'm gonna email them and tell them I'll do it for 1,000.
I'll do it for 500.
Well, yeah. Well, I was gonna say something really mean to Jay, and I was like,
"That's okay. I know. I was gonna be nice to him. It's okay."
Yeah, I was like, they want some people to watch it, Jay.
Yeah. I gave you the softball for that.
Yeah. I was like, God, I'm gonna fucking rip his heart out right now. I'm like, God, no, I won't. I'll stop. Mike Hill for 5. That probably explains why nobody in the MCU never knew Agent Coulson came back from the dead. Exactly. It's because it was never an official timeline for the MCU. However, they did follow stuff that happened in the movies. So events like the Sokovia Accords, Age of Ultron, like all this shit, they would react to that and have that play out. Those things did take place in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but just
except
how it
for
was.
the snap. That was like the only thing that they never addressed. So
Kate J for $2. S.H.I.E.L.D. was my favorite though because it was different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Kate.
Mike, just interrupt.
What?
Just interrupt.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's good. If I tell you that,
You are the rudest. You are the rudest, most obnoxious person on Mario Kart, and now you're like, "Hey guys, I gotta bounce. I just whatever it works." I want you to be like, "Fuck Jay Hailstorm. I gotta go."
Yeah.
No, I listen. You got to keep switching it up. If you become one note about this shit, people start figuring your stuff out. You got to keep it going. Listen, I'm in on the conspiracy too. It's just I'm playing a different angle. So
Yeah, that's the least black thing about Mike. He doesn't interrupt. So
I literally had somebody in Johnny's fucking Twitch tell me, "Oh, Mike couldn't insult anybody. He's too nice. He's such a nice guy." I was like, "What are you talking about? You ever watched me on fucking anything?" So I don't know. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm always glad to be here. I look forward to every Tuesday coming hanging out with you guys. Cat, fucking tell them. Keep them accountable because they need it. Jay, I still haven't heard anything about your trip to Alaska. Kind of bummed out. I keep asking you. I've asked you multiple times in different areas, different places. You've never answered any of it. You've never told me anything about it. I don't even know if you actually went to Alaska. Starting to wonder now. So it is what it is. All right. Have a good night. Bye.
Kat, I know you need to go and bounce. So
yeah, I should probably get out of here.
Quick
But I have
worked up.
Fortnite, and I will be trying it out. And expect an epic video from me in the next couple of days about Bungie, because that just totally
Talk to
pissed
him,
me off.
Kat. Talk to him, Kat.
I was gonna play Destiny 1 on Sunday, and now it's like, why the hell am I gonna do that and give them? People have been buying copies of Destiny and playing Destiny because I've been pushing it. Anyway, thanks for having me, and
We appreciate you as always.
good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bachipona becomes a channel member. Thank you. R Master J for $5. Thank you. And then for another $5 says I forgot my message on the first one. So here's another. What day during MegaCon do you plan to do the meetup? Friday, Saturday? Can only do one day.
I'm gonna have everything worked out by hopefully Friday Night Tights on that, and I'll give you guys full info on that.
There you go. Bashi Washi for channel member for 5 months. Hail all. In my opinion, starve them. Hold the money. Don't watch the show or support them. Nothing so far the past few years worth watching or supporting. Thank you, Bashi Washi. Appreciate it. That fucking skipped on me. Citizen 7 becomes a channel member. Thank you. Martin R for 5. Cat can't drink New Jersey water. I'll get you out of Jersey, Cat. See you in 10 hours. Fuck. Literally just missed her. Sorry, Martin. You'll never know.
Never.
My Heavy Rain ASMR for 5. If Hijabi Gamer directed a Halo TV series, do you know just how freaking good it would be? I can tell you she probably wouldn't have her Master Chief taking his helmet off.
Yeah, she wouldn't. I mean, I just there's just so many possibilities with the Halo show, a Halo series, a Halo movie, and when the focus from the beginning was where it's at, it was never going to be good. This show was never going to be good. Never. It never had a chance. So, but Jay, we are at 1,900 viewers, so we gotta. We only got a few more minutes with Jay, everybody. So.
I'm sure they're happy about that.
D-Day Direwolf for 5. So happy with my Chun-Li on Fortnite. Can't wait to go home and play some more. There you go.
Chun-Li is awesome.
It's crazy that what's her fucking name? Who played Chun-Li in the movie? Who is in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? No. Who's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and who's in Boba Fett and Mandalorian. Something Wei Li. I don't remember her fucking name, but she's like 57 years old and looks incredible. She looks like the same as she did when she was Chun-Li. Ming-Na Wen. Thank you. Ming-Na Wen. I just said random Asian words. Okie Po Boy for 2. Anyone see Iger's Star Wars tweet?
No.
Yeah, Bob Iger 3 hours ago. He said, "Thank you, #George Lucas, for creating the incredible mythology of Star Wars. May the 4th be with you." God, already with the May the 4th be with you shit. It wasn't even May the 4th when he tweeted this. What a dumb cocksucking bitch. I fucking hate May the 4th so much. Yes. Fucking George look excited.
George looks like he's terrified.
To be fair, that's like every picture of George.
That is
Lucas.
that is true. That is like every picture of George.
This fucking idiot. Not even looking at the camera.
Yeah, that is the fake. He's so fake.
He's a plastic man.
Yep.
Bashi Ponin for 2. Geeks and Gameplay.
Yeah, I think right now I'm leaning towards Geeks and Gamers play. We'll see.
Lord of the Rings nerd for $20. Hail Geeks and Gamers. My dad and younger brother watched the Batman with me. They thought it was okay. My brother had the same problem with it as Ryan. Too many good black people. Listen, there's a lot of people that feel the same way as me. Most people didn't give it as high of a score as I did. I'm the least racist of any of them, apparently. Thank you, Lord of the Rings nerd. I still get comments on that. I probably get like 100 views a day or something on that video. And I'll randomly just get a comment. Be like, "You fucking racist." JS Pena for 2. Keep it Geeks and Gamers. Oh, yeah, we read that one.
Yeah.
Bird up for 2. Decaf is the pineapple on pizza of coffee. Kind of. Like, decaf's even worse. Pineapple on pizza is an abomination because pizza in general is, like, so good, right? But, like, I think that caffeination is the literal point of coffee. And you're taking that away, I think. So not to say there's not better coffee than others. There is. But just in general... the taste of coffee is an acquired taste. So now you're removing the point of it.
I don't drink coffee, never have. So don't know anything about it. I'll stick from a Mountain Dew.
Maza, channel member for 4 months, says, "Oi."
Oi.
Thank you, Maza. Fight me, you dog.
Yeah, is that Maza? Is that
Yeah.
Mr. Maza? Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Maza?
And then
Maza's like a legend. Maza's just a legend. So, let me see. I'm just reading chat, see what they say.
Radicalized Ryan with the $25 over on Odyssey. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate that. LBRT with the 5 library coin as well. Thank you guys. Appreciate you, Radicalized Ryan.
All right, so I do have the stream set up over on Gaming with Geeks. So if you guys want to go over there and join us on Gaming with Geeks, I'll be live here in about 15 minutes. Chris is already live over on Twitch. She had like a level 5 hype train, like within like
2 minutes
of going live. So
can you live send people?
I don't know. Can you look and see? Are you signed into the back end? I haven't even looked to see how you actually initiate that. I don't know if Geeks. Let me look at Gaming with Geeks settings.
It probably doesn't. Well, we'll try to do it next time.
No. It's the perfect time to do it. So give me a minute. I'll set this up right now.
You see if I can find it. Jay and Steph, you guys should talk a little bit.
Talk a little bit right now. Jay, tell them how great you are.
Pimp your shirts.
I mean, I've already done this. So while Jeremy and Ryan take care of the back end of YouTube, me and Steph will talk about her favorite TV show, which is I actually did recently just saw the Batman on streaming. It took me 2 days to get through it.
The Bat 2 days? Why 2 days?
Yeah, it was a little it was long. Plus I was doing some other things, but I did like the Riddler a lot.
I hated the Riddler.
I didn't like the Penguin at all.
I loved the Penguin. What is wrong with you?
All right, Ryan, it can accept rating from Geeks Gamers now. Gaming with Geeks.
I'm
us,
working
Jay.
on this.
Being roasted in the chat.
The Riddler was terrible. The Riddler was terrible in that movie. The Penguin was really, really good. I didn't even notice that it was Colin Farrell.
You guys are doing a fantastic job right now. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, well, I'm not much of a DC guy, but I thought the Riddler did a good job.
I mean, the actor
wasn't really
is
the
great.
Riddler, but
Yeah, the actor is a good actor, but no, that's not the Riddler.
Let's see how we do.
This says Among Us. Hold on. Other channels. Here it is. Look at this. Okay. Think
got it. We're gonna try. We're trying the new rating system that YouTube has implemented as of today. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're trying to see if it will work. So that's what we're doing right now, guys. So
Jay should
thank
be
you.
allowed to speak.
Thank you
needs
guys.
to-
Jay, don't read this to chat. All right. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Jay, what do you got going on real quick? Give us a quick plug.
No, just same thing. Doing stuff
Subscribe to
on
Drunk
Park
3PO.
Hopping.
He's a big fan of
Yeah.
Gina Carano. Subscribe to Park Hopping so they can get more subscribers at Gaming with Geeks, since he's really upset about that. Jay loves everybody, but he hates everybody, and he wishes his videos got more views. It's all love, y'all. It's all love. Don't worry about it. Haha, I'm just playing. All right, Jay out. All right, Steph, go. What do you got going on?
Follow me on Twitter and Twitch at My Nerdy Home.
There we go. CJ?
Do you think LeBron will respond to Trump since he attacked him at his rally? Also, Jordan or LeBron? Absolutely, Michael Jordan. And I don't know if he'll respond. I did make a video on Sports Words about it, though. Thanks, Ty. Channel name, Geeks and Gamers Forever. Thank
Hell
you,
yeah.
Anime Watcha.
Hell yeah. So again, Chris is live on Geeks and Gamers Twitch right now. I'm gonna go live over here on Gaming with Geeks, which soon to be something else. Maybe Geeks and Gamers Play. We'll see. Ryan is trying to see if he can raid now.
It should be set up. So now, hold on. L box for 2 conspiracy theory. Mountain Dew shrinks your nuts. Yeah, it's complete conspiracy theory. I can tell you that for a damn truth. I've drank a lot of Mountain Dew. My nuts are the same size they always were. But yeah, you should do it, Jeremy. Just fucking click end broadcast and should do it.
And it should do it. Okay, so we're gonna end this broadcast. And then let's see if it raids Gaming with Geeks. If not, make sure you tune in over there.
If you don't have autoplay turned on, it probably won't, but that's just something we'll have to figure out.
Yeah. Again, this just was implemented today, so I'm sure there's going to be problems with it, but we're at least going to try it out and see. But again, thank you all so much. I greatly appreciate it. We all do another episode of Tuesday Night's Main Event in the books. I think we hit 400 people, something like that. So great numbers. Check out RK Outpost. Ryan is killing it. Steph's doing awesome. Appreciate all of you. Have a great night, and we will talk to you later.
Good night.
Bye.